Hi, Solar here from the Man United Agenda. I'm here to give you my score prediction for Manchester United versus Leeds United. And will it be a manager bounce, or will Manchester United just go out there and take these 3 points? Now, Jesse Marsch just been sacked for Leeds United. They are looking for a new manager. Will it be a manager bounce? I'm praying and hoping it's not going to be anything to do with that at all. I'm going to predict tonight for Manchester United to go out there and beat Leeds 3-1. Guys, make sure you're hitting up the like, share and subscribe button for the Paddock. Thank you.
Yes, here we go again. Match day. Super excited for this one. I actually coach at the collegiate level here in America, and nobody knows who Chris Armas is or what he's done or anything like that. So I think that's for good reason. Hopefully United can stick it to him as he previously worked for us. I do think there might be a little bit of a twist. I think Bruno might play a little deeper with Sancho as the 10, like we kind of saw last week. I think Garnacho and Rashford on the wings will be able to do the business. Rashford's obviously hot. I don't really think it matters too much where he plays on the pitch. And yeah, I think United will get the result. Keep the clean sheet. Solid team performance. I'm going 3-0. Up the Reds.
Glenn F here with my prediction for Paddock for the Leeds game. I think we're going to win 2-0. And I think it's going to be a difficult game, to be honest. Looking at my 30 seconds. But I've got my lucky hat on. And every time I've won this and done a prediction, we've won. So we're going to win. 2-0. Be difficult, but Ten Hag will do some tinkering and we'll win. Come on, you Reds.
Yes, what's up, Stretford Paddock? I agree with Jay. I think it's going to be a 4 or 5-0 spanking against Leeds for United. I think someone is due a hat-trick now. I reckon Rashford or Bruno with a hat-trick and the other with the other 2 goals. So I'm going to go with a 5-0 spanking. Let's go, United. Come on.
My prediction is that Manchester United will beat Leeds 4-0 at Old Trafford tonight. We scored 6 and 5 against them on the Solskjaer. We even scored 4 at Ellen Road on the Ranić. Leeds are in complete disarray, 17th in the league, 7 matches without a win. I see no way in which United won't thrash them tonight.
Yo, I'm Monday Juma here from the Man United Agenda. Big up to everyone on the Stretford Paddock. I'm here to talk about the Leeds game. We're home to Leeds today, away to them at the weekend. I think we can beat them. I think we can give them licks. We're on the up, man. We're on the up, so we're looking good. So I think we're going to win again today. I'm just going to say, it's not for me to boast up like this. I must be confident, but I'm going to say 4-1. That's a big score. I think we're going to beat them. Obviously, Leeds have lost their manager. There's going to be no bounce back. We know how they play. There's not going to be no issues of adapting to their new style. We know how they play. They're going to be all over you, and I think we've got the quality to beat them. So I'm going to say 4-1 Man United.
Paddock match day, Notch here, and this week has just been batshit again. Manchester City being investigated over FFP, as well as losing alongside Arsenal to keep the title chase that tiny bit open again. The shocking crisis at Liverpool that sees them 10th and out of 2 cups. All the stuff about Todd Bowley buying everything and seemingly getting away with it. The mainstream media must be having a field day with all of this. But if Rashford wasn't interfering, he's still putting Edison off because the poor keeper doesn't even know where to look. It's the most disgraceful decision in the history. So we got dirty Leeds, who also lost at the weekend. But once again, as is tradition every season, several times, we have the extra hurdle of the new manager bounce. Don't know if we can truly compete in the title race just yet this season, but the 3 points tonight will defo keep it boiling in the... Over to you, Professor PM Dr. Sir Marcus Rashford MBE. 3-0 tonight, and then Armas gonna have a good time. Just a notch there.
Hello and welcome to Stretford Paddock. This is the watch-along for Manchester United versus Leeds. Oh, the big one! I'm joined by Ronaldo and Brown. How you doing, Ronaldo? Come on!
Listen, I'm doing all right, but I'm not doing all that.
Give me some!
If you must know, Joe, I was going to call you Josh again.
Don't call me Josh, ever. Stop calling me Josh. What is this? Dave Pritt's here as well. How you doing, Dave?
I'm doing great. How are you, mate?
Good, I'm really good. Leeds, come on. Come on!
Well, it's exciting, isn't it? We're just going to beat them and embarrass them.
It's easy to say that, but what about that new caretaker bounce?
What?
That fresh caretaker piece.
Kurt Angle.
Yeah, why do you keep saying this? Chris Armas doesn't look that much like Kurt Angle. Anyway, we'll come back to that. Thank you, by the way, to Notch for sending that phenomenal video in before, by the way. We don't give him enough credit. And everyone else who's watching, if you want to be featured at the start of the watch-along, send your 30 seconds or however long you want clip to paddockmatchday@gmail.com. Let's get into the team news. Wow.
Could anyone work out what the average age of the bench is?
I can roughly work it out. 35, 26, 30, 22, 23... 22.
It's a very young bench, that.
24. No, because the problem is Heaton. It's 35.
Oh,
so he's taking it up to 25.
He just ups the meaning.
If anyone can work out the average age of the bench, it would be pointless and irrelevant, but we'd absolutely love you to. So here's David De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez and Shaw. Dalot coming back in for Wan-Bissaka. Dave, thoughts?
I'm glad for that.
Yeah.
I think before his injury, he was probably the best defender we had on the wings, so... Yeah, buzzing for having back.
Interesting, Wan-Bissaka not even on the bench.
I've not heard anything that's happened to him. I know a lot of people are excited about Dalot's return. Wan-Bissaka in his place, though, in fairness, has been doing really, really well.
Yes.
He seems to have adjusted his game. Interestingly, obviously, we've had a lot of issues with his technicality and his going forward ability, but we've been seeing him doing that inverted fullback role decently well, which is quite strange. He's always been quite difficult to tackle in terms of his dribbling. He's quite awkward and dangly, and he can...
Dangly.
Yeah, he can wiggle out of his errors we saw against City, but in terms of actual ball progression and passing the ball to the pitch, and I think Dalot's a little bit better than him at that. So I'm interested to see how he's going to perform today, because it's been a while since we've seen him, and he did start the season pretty strong.
What do you think? Do you think he's a little dangly, or do you think he's more sort of dingly than that?
I just think with a game like this, with Leeds, I do think that the boss probably thinks that, we should win either way, so it's a good place to put him back. We're not too sure on his match fitness, and I think this is probably the best game to have him back. And, if he's got Rashford in front of him as well, Rashford will come back and defend if need be.
Yeah.
He's got the defense. The rest of the defence looks good. The holding midfielders look good, so I think it's a perfect game to have him back.
Good. Into the midfield then, Sabitzer and Fred. Unless you're playing some centre-back or winger or full-back out of position, that was the only option really, wasn't it? Do you like that?
Yeah, it was pretty much the only option. Looking at it, people are thinking it doesn't have a natural DM, but I think he might be able to get away with it against Leeds. Not in a disrespectful way to them, but in a sense of, I reckon the game's going to be a little bit frenetic. And I think we will kind of profit from the energy in there with Fred and Sabitzer.
How long have you been using the word frenetic for?
I think that might be the first time.
It's nice. It's nice to hear. It shocked me a little bit.
Did it?
Yeah, because you will occasionally pop up with a new word, and I thought, that felt new.
It sounded natural.
It felt right. It sounded natural, but it felt new. Do you know what I mean? I could tell it hadn't had a lot of run out.
I need to try and work out whether this is condescending.
No. Not a bad thing.
You know that thing where the strange kid in class and you say, well done?
Yeah.
For the slightest thing.
Yeah. Well, that felt like there's still a lot of tread on those tyres. I think you can use frenetic a few more times without anyone, picking up on it. Dave, midfield, Sabitzer, Fred. I know, I'm guessing you haven't seen a lot of RB Leipzig and Bayern Munich over the last few years, but obviously decent calibre player, isn't he?
Yeah. I think it's all right. I mean, Fred gets a lot of criticism, and don't get me wrong, he does make mistakes every now and again defensively, but I think he does, majority of the things he does right. He gets forward a lot. He has more shots than what you think as well. So, yeah, I think this is good enough in the defensive wave for Leeds. So, yeah, I'm happy with that.
And then the front four there, Fernandes, obviously, Rashford, obviously, Weghorst, obviously, still no Martial even on the bench. And then it's Garnacho that's come in. I thought it might be Sancho, wasn't sure. We don't know whether it'll be Garnacho on the left, Rashford on the right, or vice versa. We've got Garnacho on the right there. Could be either way. Would you have gone Sancho? Would you like to see that, or do you just accept that he's still not fit?
I don't think Sancho's probably fit enough to start a game, especially like this. I think this game will be quite intense.
I think it'll be quite frenetic, to be honest.
Yeah, it might be. It's a good word, that.
It's nice. I've just used it for the
Only
first time.
really smart people use that.
Really smart.
Yeah. But I think a game of this intensity against Leeds, obviously, when he come on in the kind of number 10 role that he played the last time he came on, he did look at least bright. He did look a little bit rusty in his final ball and his passing. I think Garnacho, having been subbed on and subbed off, I felt like he was owed a bit of a start maybe as well. But I actually did say before he came on air, I think Anthony not being there, I think in a game like this, I a forward three that includes wingers like Garnacho and Rashford might actually suit this game a little bit more, with them both having that 1v1 ability and being a little bit more direct than we do see with Anthony.
Yeah, driving at their man rather than cutting back. What do you make of that front four? Weghorst in particular, obviously, it's one of them where you can't really criticise him because, like, he is the player that he is. It's not his fault he was the only one available or the best option available. It's not his fault that Martial's injured all the time. But have you thought it's been successful so far?
I think the way we play with the attacking wing with Rashford and Garnacho today, I think he holds the ball up really well. You know, he plays them in. He comes a little bit deeper and then plays them in. And like you're talking there about Sancho, I think he'll get minutes today. But I do think the way Rashford's on form, scoring majority of games. I think Garnacho, his form has been probably second to Rashford. I know he's not played as many minutes, but he's going forward. I think he's no one better than him. I think he creates more. I think he's willing to take people on. So I think you got to give him a shot. And I think, to be honest, he'll get a goal today. But I do think that you've got the options there, the front three. If you at some point you could take any of them off, move it around a little bit, and put Sancho on. I do think if we're 2-0 up or something like that, he'll bring him on.
Just a bit of a report. Apparently, Wan-Bissaka was out due to illness, and Sancho was also ill over the weekend, so unable to take a starting role tonight. So Sancho fit enough and well enough to be on the bench, but not well enough to start.
What do you think about the whole illness thing? Do you think it's a ploy managers can use to kind of justify tactical decisions to kind of protect the player?
It feels like a bit of a code word, doesn't it, sometimes?
Yeah, it does.
But then also, why would you think Wan-Bissaka's ill because he doesn't look like he's dropped him?
Not in that sense, but I feel like I've heard it occasionally before where a manager said, he's ill, so he's not starting, or he's ill, so he's not in the team. But I don't know whether sometimes that can just be a throwaway word that you use to kind of protect the real reason why they're not playing.
Interesting. We've got a few comments in. Where is Martial again? This guy isn't serious. He's injured. I mean, I think he's missed 18 games this season so far. This will be 19 now, which is more than he's ever missed in a season. But we're only just over halfway through the season. What are your thoughts on Martial?
Listen, I was a big Martial guy, but it's becoming harder and harder to defend him. In terms of his output with his goals and assists this season when he's played and the minutes he has played, he actually has been quite effective. But as we always say, availability is the best ability, and that's not really ability Martial has. And I think that is probably, when someone's injury prone, at his age, it probably will only get worse.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a major concern as well. And in terms of his the longevity of his actual United career, I think he's probably nearing the end of it. I think he's had long enough now. What is it, like 7-8 years? I think he scored 20 or more goals once in that time period. And I think the fact that he can't stay fit and he seems to be so unreliable in terms of the consistency of his performances at times and kind of just underachieving in a whole, I think time's probably up, and that hurts me to say because I'm a big Martial fan. I think he's got a lot of talent and he's got a lot of ability, and even if he was fit, I think he should be the starting number 9, but it's just hard to bank on someone that's never fit.
Yeah. Tough, isn't it? Because also he's getting to that stage now with his injuries, I think, where he's becoming someone that's going to have an individual programme, or where you hear people like Varane or Ferdinand or these sort of great players who, as they get a bit older, they have to do things a bit differently to everyone else. But does Martial have the standing and the quality to be worth that different training regime to other people, or he can't do this but he has to do this and he only comes in on this day, and he's getting to the point where it's like you need to be a real top player for us to work around how impossibly unavailable you are, and he's not really that, is he?
It's the way you're saying that is like his form. Is it worth doing it? It's like it's not. We're not just talking about it now. The past 3-4 seasons we've been saying, yeah, it's just, listen, we're big fans, we want him to do well, but on the pitch he's not really performing. It's not getting the goals what we want. He's constantly injured, or when he's not being on form. Yeah, he scored a couple of goals this season. I think last time he played he scored a goal, but at the end of the day, if we want to start winning the leagues and things like that, we got to have a striker who's putting him in, and he's had years to do it, and it's just, for me, he's not been good enough. I do want him to do well, but yeah, I don't think he's been good enough. Some
breaking news just in. Ronaldo Brown, you thought you had the best name of pretty much anyone I've ever met. Well, certainly the best name of anyone I've ever met. You might be beaten by the person who's just become a member for 26 months, Venka Hanka. That's fucking nice, isn't it?
It just rolls off the tongue.
How does that beat my name?
Venka Hanka. See, if your surname was something like that I'd never heard of, or something that's like incredible, like Tropicana or something, or like Sofa, or like, do you know what I mean? Because your first name is remarkable, unusual. Your surname is pretty commonplace. Do you know what I mean? Brown is a pretty typical surname. If you'd have gone big on the surname as well, which I'm not knocking, I've got two run of the mills. Do you know what I mean? Dave's got one. Pritt is a good surname. Dave is pretty standard. You've gone the other way. I've gone double standards. But this guy's got a wicked first name, and not only is the surname wicked, it also sounds a bit like the first name. If you were called like Ronaldo, Rivaldo, give me a break. But this guy's Venka Hanka anyway. He said, let's hope for a sweet 8-0. Time to get the goal difference up to speed. Well, if we tweeted earlier, if we win this game 29-0, we go second. What are your thoughts on that? Can you see it happening? I mean, it has never happened before, but...
Can never say never.
It just seems so hard to break that magical 29 goal mark, doesn't it?
Yeah, it is. I think we can get close. Obviously, Leeds come in with a new manager bounce, but before that, they've not won in like 7 games.
Yeah.
In the Premier League, not to jinx anything, but usually have our way against Leeds, if I'm honest, especially at home. But I think 29-0 might be just out of reach.
Yeah, you could see 22s, 25s.
Yeah.
Just to go back to the name thing a secondly, Daniel Richardson sums it up. The greatest name of all time is Zinedine Zidane because it's perfect for everything I said. The first name, remarkable. The surname, remarkable. And they sort of go together so well. That is the gold standard for names, Zinedine Zidane.
Well, it's rare to have one Z in your name, but to have two.
Oh, come on. Remarkable stuff. Right, we've got over 3,000 people watching, but only 200 likes. Let's get to 1,000 likes. First things first, let's get to 1,000 likes. Jed's Dead Baby says, hope the Qataris let you keep that private box at Old Trafford that you're so clearly in right now to watch the game. Yeah, for those who don't know, the game isn't on TV tonight, so we've got it on here. We're in Old Trafford because there's no other way to watch it. We're in a box. We perfectly recreate the studio at Old Trafford, and we're just watching it through the glass. The pitch is just there. If you look at... See him warming up now, look. Oh, Maguire's waved back, that's nice. JXT...
You saying goodbye?
How dare you? I saw him the other day, actually. I was at Carrington. Can't say why. I'm not signing
Did he clock you?
He did clock me, but not in any way where he looked like he recognised me. We made eye contact, but that was it.
Maybe he was nervous.
Yeah. He's big. He's a big boy. You see him in real life, and he's a unit.
He's your height, isn't he?
Yeah, but he's thicker than me. He's got that little thickums to him.
More girth.
He's got a body that is like a sort of chalk ice in terms of its dimensions. Do you know what I mean? He's got that like to him. Good stuff. Anyway, JXTXM says, great show. Wow, I couldn't agree more. Saw Rashford as well.
Did you?
Yeah, he had some little slides on, but they were like a fur-lined sort of open-heeled moccasin.
Did you smize at him as well?
What's a smize?
Smile with the eyes.
Smize.
I'm surprised you've never heard that.
And assume a playful or alluring expression of the eyes like this. Is that it?
Yeah, everyone's got a different smile. So
What's your smize?
I don't know if I've got one, you know.
Go on, give it a bash.
I think I've just got a natural smize.
Does a wink class in?
I think a wink might be past a smize. Smize is more just like a little... Do you know what I mean?
Not power.
The look that you give to a really...
That was a lot of mouth.
Do you know when you're in a Greggs and you see the woman or the bloke at the back with the gloves on, getting the fresh steak bakes out the oven and popping them in that little fresh steak bake coming. I don't need to ask if that thing's hot. That's a smize.
That's actually a great analogy. Like,
do you know what I mean?
Because that is proper true. Yeah. That is generally how you look at food.
Like shit.
I've definitely smized that a lot.
Sometimes I'll buy a pasty that I didn't even want because I've seen it. What? Oh, sorry. Just what are those ones? Fresh cowboy. What was it? Cheese and beans.
Do you think that's not my favourite? But I'll get it. Is that why they make you see it?
Yeah, maybe.
That could be genius from Greggs, which will be surprising.
Nah, Greggs is genius though, isn't it? Greggs has done a lot of good work for the sort of flaky pastry industry.
Yeah, Greggs are so commonplace, but I remember, is it true in London there's more Pritt than Greggs?
It wouldn't surprise me.
It's more of a northern thing. I mean, the Newcastle, aren't they, Greggs?
Newcastle, that's very specific.
That's where they're from.
That's where it comes from.
Is it?
Yeah.
I never knew that.
There's a drive-through Greggs there.
The what?
A drive-through.
There's a drive-through, Greg's Salford Keys.
Is it?
You got
Yeah.
Ethan in the back shouting echoes.
This is
'cause obviously-
drive-through, Greg's. You within spitting distance of your flat, Ethan.
Exactly, because he's a...
Really giving away where Ethan lives there. Sorry about that. Glenn F., who's been a member for 23 months. You're 1 month off that new sweet 24-month badge. He says, Josh, I hope that's who is he talking to me. Josh, I wonder if you will read this for a change. It's great to see David Pritt talking sense instead of Ronaldo, and Josh's crap. Why has he called me Josh?
That's what he keeps calling you.
Stop calling me Josh, and everyone at home stop calling me Josh. I quite like the name Josh, actually. My cousin's called Josh. David Rowbotham says the owner of Greg's is a... What's that say there?
Is a NONC.
Is that true? Ethan, can we do a little background on that? The sort of physical proclivities of the the owner of Greg's.
owner of Greg's.
Thank you. I don't want to repeat that on there, but it's really some top shelf abuse. Anyway, let's get back to Manchester United's team. I'm going to vomit. This defence. Do you think that the reason we've got, I think, the second most clean sheets of anyone in Europe this season, do you think that's because of the midfield, Casemiro, Fred in particular, or do you think it's the defence and the goalkeeper? How good do you think this defence is, basically, is what I'm asking?
I think I think Martinez and Varane have completely transformed the back four, but it's not in just terms of their ability. I think it's a presence factor. Obviously, you've seen Martinez coming and at 5'9", probably be the best centre-half in the league, which is, I think, as United fans, we do appreciate it, but I think not enough is actually being said of it, because it's not necessarily unheard of, but it is an amazing achievement. Do you not agree?
Sorry, I'm just looking up.
Because the way your eye contact was then like you didn't believe Martinez is the best Premier League defender at the moment.
I think it's the son of the founder of Greg's that was jailed for indecent assault. So I don't know if it's the owner himself, but I think it was his son. 13.5 years, 9 counts. Wow.
Will it stop you from having a steak bake?
Depends if he's still got shares. We'll come back to that. Anyway, yeah, I completely agree. I think Martinez is arguably the best centre-back in the league this season.
I think it's just a character thing, because before this season, whenever you ever see him, like members of our back four celebrating blocks, clearances, tackles, and you kind of seeing that passion and energy and character at the back, and that goes a long way. We've got players that actually want to defend and enjoy it. Yeah. And I think Martinez has kind of raised the levels of everyone else around him. Yeah. And Luke Shaw has obviously refound his form again, which does help, and then Delo's kicked on. So you've got that back four there is probably the best back four that we can field. And looking at that, there's no reason why that shouldn't be one of the best defences in Europe. And
do you think, if you're looking at potential weaknesses there, you would think maybe sort of De Gea and Delo would be the two that have had the most criticism over the last few years. Out of those, obviously Shaw's had a lot of criticism, but we've seen him hit this sort of elite level. Do you think those two specifically are good enough to be, let's say United want to be winning Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues in the next sort of 2 years, or fighting for those trophies? Do you think that those two are at that standard?
I think right back is an area where we are at least solid, but it could always improve.
Yeah.
I know we're Manchester United, but you're not necessarily going to have an absolute elite Europe's best in every single position. I think you can have one or two that are at least good enough to start and be competent, but you don't necessarily have to have a world beater. I think Delo's still is he 24 still? Correct me if I'm wrong. He might be a little bit younger than that. But
he's 23.
He's 23, exactly. He's still a young boy, and I think he's progressed enough in the past year where he could even get better. And I think Delo at his best is a very, very competent and a great player. And I think even if he's your weakness, then I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. As for De Gea, I think in the modern game, as people are calling it, I don't think his attributes are, do you know what I mean, as current. I think his goalkeeping style is a little bit dated, which sounds weird because a goalkeeper's first primary job is to save shots and to stop it going in the back of your net, and that's generally what De Gea is best at. But in terms of his distribution and in terms of his command of the area and his presence and coming off his line, he's improved slightly, but probably not enough to function at a top elite European club if you want to win things.
Yeah, I think statistically he's better than he was, but still below average from the stats that I've seen from.
Yeah, I think we've not even just going off the stats, just the way he plays. And my big gripe with him is his distribution and crossing to the box, not coming for them.
He's never done that, has he?
No,
In fairness,
for me, he has reached his peak at United. There's been seasons in the past where you go, he was the best goalkeeper in the world.
Yeah.
You wouldn't even put him in that category. Say, is he in the top 5? Is he in the top 10? Because he's just a good goalkeeper at the moment.
Yeah, definitely. Let's talk about Sabitzer a little bit. We've got a couple of quotes from Ten Hag. He said, he's experienced, he understands football, he understands the way we play. I'm confident that we have a good midfield and a good team today. You must have done some scout reports, some in-depth dives looking at Sabitzer over the last few weeks. What do you make of him? What kind of player is he? How excited are you or worried are you about seeing him play for United?
I didn't do too much of it, but what I did find out was how incredibly versatile he was. And versatility as a footballer, it can go one or two ways. Sometimes you feel like, is it because you're that good you can play great in so many different areas, or is it because you don't specialise in one particular position and you kind of haven't found yourself as a player? That's how sometimes I look at it. But from what I have seen, he is definitely a great player. He doesn't quite have the panache of Christian Eriksen in terms of his ball playing ability, but he's definitely capable, and he's definitely better at the likes of Fred and McTominay at that. What he has got is he's great from his set pieces, which is very Eriksen-like. He has got a bit of a rocket of a right foot. He has scored some screamers. I've seen a few clips on those. But one of his best things about him, which he brings that Eriksen doesn't have, is his combativeness. He's very... He's good off the ball. He works hard. He tackles, as we saw in the last game when he dispossessed that. Who did he dispossess? Was it Lokonga fairly?
Yeah.
And then played Rashford through, and then it got called back. That's a good part of his game, and he has got the ability to drive a little bit with the ball. I think he's quite a dynamic player. His best years were definitely before he went to Bayern. But I don't know whether that's just because it's hard to break into a Bayern side who have such talented players. But he's definitely a calibre of player that, even if he came to United and Eriksen was fit, he is good enough to rival him for that starting spot. So we definitely have got a good player, and I think he's suited to the kind of style that Ten Hag wants to play.
When you say his best years were before he went to Bayern, you mean quality, like just how he's played, not age-wise. Obviously, he's only 28. Just mean he was at his best then.
He was at his best then, and his stats were
Form-wise.
better, and his form. I think I don't know whether he's more comfortable. He's playing more. Obviously, stepping up sometimes, not every player can cut it, but because a lot of people criticise the fact that if he didn't really smash it at Bayern, then how is he going to do it at United? Which is interesting, because I saw a lot of United fans that wanted and kind of clamouring for Gravenberch when Sabitzer was ahead of Gravenberch in the pecking order at Bayern.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? Because people have so many different reasons for liking players. The main reason people like Gravenberch is because he's quite a popular player. He's quite a cool player. He came through at Ajax. He's young. He could be world class in a few years. Sabitzer's a 28-year-old. We kind of know how good he is, and he's been sat on the bench for 2 years. He's not as sexy a prospect as Gravenberch is. We've got a few comments. Mikey Nooms says, talking of Josh's, my wife thinks Garnacho looks like Josh Hartnett. Do you know who Josh Hartnett is?
Yeah, I disagree though.
You disagree? This is Josh Hartnett. I'll just show you a picture of him.
I don't know who Josh Hartnett is.
Yeah, I'll get you a picture of him now. This is him now-ish. You seeing that? You getting that at all? Maybe that's him when he's younger. Garnacho at all?
Oh, he looks like I do see it in a younger version of him.
The younger version. I'll just put this on so people can see. This is, for those who don't know Josh Hartnett or remember Josh Hartnett, there you go. There is some level of Garnacho there. A little bit on that picture, Dave. Come on. Even a man of your sort of staunch resistance to comparison.
No, it's not staunch.
It's
not even that. It's just David Pritt is just the absolute peak contrarian. That's just what he is. Anyone that's popular opinion, anyone that thinks he just thinks the opposite. Just automatically.
And Dave disagrees. Dave disagrees with that.
That's not true.
Of course he does.
Probably. Do you know what I mean?
There you go. There is some Garnacho in that. Don't start.
He's just got similar hair.
No, he's got those piercing eyes. Wow.
Smizing.
About. He's smizing. The kid's got a smize on him. Should we have a look at Leeds' team? You got to see it. We've got to want to see it, surely. I'm just going to bring that up quickly, ever so quickly. Leeds United. And the team is as follows. Meslier. Interesting. Aylin, Stroik, which is what you say when you're fucking going bowling. Koch, Wober.
I thought you were going to pronounce that differently then.
Cock. Playing cocks and wobbers.
Is he not cock?
Hey? They're playing cocks and wobbers. Come on! Come on, Ethan, do something with that. Put a little fucking theme tune on it.
That's brilliant.
They've got cock and wobber playing for him. What is this? Some sort of playground? You can't be playing cocks and wobbers at Old Trafford. Can we be serious for once, Leeds? They've got Adams, McKennie, by the way, who his head has just exploded because he signed for their cool American manager, and 4 days later he's been sacked. Imagine how shit that must be. Sorry. Then it's Harrison, Sinistera, Bamford, and Nonto, as well, playing for Leeds. Do you like that team? Do you fear Leeds? They've just been shocking.
Yeah, they've been shocking, but there's enough in that team to hurt you. Obviously, the likes. I think Adams is a very, very good player in terms of his defensive work rate and they're full of energy. And I think they're the type of team that if they are coming with a bit of a bounce and a bit of energy about them, they can hurt you. Obviously, Harrison's a good player. I think Bamford's fell off a little bit. That Gononto, he's probably the most dangerous player today. I've been really impressed with him every time I've seen him.
Yep.
I think I did read a stat the other day that he's created the most chances, the most dribbles, basically everything attacking output for Leeds since he was signed. So he's definitely the danger.
Yeah. Any thoughts on that team, Dave?
I just think, you've got to probably say they've got something there to harm you, but our form at the moment, they'll be looking at us shit scared, I think.
Yeah.
Thinking that if they can get anything out of this game, it'll be a win. But no, I just think our team's far superior, a better run of form, and
better manager, better players, better
just everything.
And yet somehow I don't feel that confident. I think we will get a win, but I'm not like, we'll blast them. It worries me. If this was Bournemouth or, Everton or Southampton or even West Ham, someone in that ballpark where you think they're terrible at the minute, I think, we'll do them easy. But because it's Leeds, there's just that extra 5% in there.
They're not a great team, are they? And
No.
when we have come across them in the past couple of years, it's been relatively easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joshua says, I'm not biased, but Josh is a top 4 name. Top 4? What are the other names? What are the other top 4? I don't know what the other ones would be. Zinedine, obviously. Yeah. Happy says, great to see you lads like always. What do you think about Rafael Leao? And do you think we're getting De Jong this summer? Rafael Leao, thoughts? For those who don't know, Portuguese winger, come striker, plays for AC Milan, dangerous, good striker, but not prolific and looks seemingly a little bit rough around the edges.
I think Leao, off a pure ability and attribute standpoint, I don't think you can really fault him. I look at him as an absolute 1v1 monster.
Yeah.
And he's a match winner. In terms of if I would take him, probably not for the price that it'd cost, but I don't think he's the type of player you could complain about if you had him. I think he's that good. I think Leao would start for us.
Yeah.
So for what that matters, but I don't know whether he's the kind of winger profile that we want to go and sign, because I feel like we've gone down that route many times in the past couple transfer windows.
Yeah. Looks like a good player. 9 goals, 9 assists so far this season, which doesn't tell the full story, obviously, but saw him in the World. Wasn't particularly big part in the World Cup for Portugal, was he? It was a lot of sub appearances, and
I think I think work rate is the concern with him. I think he plays within himself a little bit, but he's one of those players of pure ability. There's not many better from the wide area in Europe.
Yeah. Looks really good. A lot of people in the comments talking about him. Big fan of Leao. Yeah. There's over 4,000 people watching. Let's see if we can get to 1,000 likes. If you're watching, hit the like button. Enjoy the video. Hit like. Thank you very much. Gary Beattie says Gary is a top 2 name. It's not. No one is claiming that. No one would ever claim that Gary is a top 2 name. I hate to say it, but no one's saying that.
Gary Neville.
Gary Lineker. It's a name of a certain age, isn't it? You can't be called Gary. I mean, everyone says this, but you can't be called Gary now.
You don't see many baby Garys.
No. Gary.
That's what I'm saying. I always feel like there's a few names out there that you can't have if you're under 40.
Winifred.
But the thing is, these people are called Gary and Ian and whatever.
Keith.
Yeah, Keith or Graham.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's
Richard. You know, it's close to Gary, but you don't hear many Barrys either.
But imagine
I can't look
Barry
at
now.
You can't look at a baby and shout, "What fucking Ian?"
I knew a baby once
Called Ian.
No, it wasn't.
I've never seen a baby called Ian.
It's called Robert.
Bobby.
You can't be called Robert. Robert.
I think you've got to be called something else first, and then called
Bobby.
Robert when you're old
You
enough.
could be a little Bobby.
Bob. He can get away.
Fucking 2-year-old called Bob. Yeah, not happening, is it? Absolutely not happening. Let's have a look at the Premier League table. I don't know if we've got that ready to look at just yet, but if not, I can read it off the little graphic here. Yeah, can we get some water for Ronaldo, please, if possible, at some point? Actually, 3 waters would be great. Have you got one? Just one water, please. Anyway, the Premier League table is as follows. Arsenal in first on 50 points, 20 games played. Everyone else I'm about to list, until further notice, has played 21 games. Then you've got City on 45 points, United on 42 points, Newcastle on 40 points. So that puts Man United, as it stands, 8 points behind Arsenal, playing a game more than them, 5 points behind City on the same games, and 2 points ahead of Newcastle on the same games. Tottenham Hotspur are in 5th on 39 points, 6 behind United, but 3 behind United, but they've played a game more than us. So they've played 2 more than Arsenal, 1 more than us. Basically, if United win their game in hand, we're 6 points clear of Tottenham. And if Arsenal win their game in hand, we're 11 points.
The Arsenal game hurts now even more because I feel like if we beat Arsenal, we'd be well in this title race. Because if we did, we would have been, 5 points behind?
But then if we'd beat Arsenal, you don't know that they would have lost to Everton. You can't. Everything changes after that, doesn't it?
Oh, that concept.
We'd have had the points then, though.
You what?
It'd been better though. We'd have had the points. They'd lost. They beat Everton. They're in the same position, but we'd have.
Because I think
That's a good point.
everyone keeps waiting for this Arsenal collapse, and it looks like more and more like it wouldn't come because of how actually good they looked. Worryingly enough.
It still could happen.
But it's still possible with them. They lost to Everton, and they're very much capable of going on a skid. And I think we look more likely to capitalise on that than City do. City look like they're a little bit of a mess all over the place, even off the pitch. Whereas we look a little bit stronger, but we've just started too far back. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And that could be the problem. I think if we were closer to them, I think we'd be well in it.
Yeah, me too.
You wouldn't be surprised though if Arsenal threw it all away now. You wouldn't be.
No.
How did they do that? You'd be like, oh
no.
It's in the North London air, like Arsenal, Tottenham, but you can't really trust them.
No. All it takes is 2 bad weeks, and they're third.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So like if they lose a game or draw a game, then City beat them. We win our games in hand. We're 2 points behind them. If then they lose another one, then we're like, it doesn't take a lot. It's interesting though, isn't it? Because at some point, Arsenal don't have to go on that great a run to win the league, but they're going to do decent.
Does City still have to play home and away?
City have to play them twice, yeah.
Yeah.
And you couldn't, if they won the title at the current pace it was at, you couldn't say anything about it because they were literally on 100-point pace, weren't they?
Yeah.
Arsenal.
Yeah, after halfway through the season.
Halfway through the season, so they were definitely on top by merit, but I just feel like they've given themselves a lot of wiggle room in terms of the second half of the season because City haven't been themselves, and then we had that rough start to the season, which still hurts now, and then that Crystal Palace draw was a bit of a pain in the arse as well. Other than that, it's fine margins because that would have literally just kind of flipped the script a little bit, and then surprisingly we would have been in the race. But I still believe 8 points bound with a game in hand. They have a game in hand. I think if they lose the next game against Brentford, who are in really, really good form, I don't know what their form says, but I feel like they've not lost in a little bit.
Yeah, Brentford have, at least the last 6 games. I can go back and look.
Yeah, they've gone quite a while unbeaten, so I think Brentford are capable of taking points off them.
Yeah.
So if we beat Leeds again on a weekend, we could be within a shout of kind of smelling 21.
The last game they lost. Wow, that can't be right, won't it? The Brentford, Liverpool. Oh, they lost to West Ham in the FA Cup. But the last league game they lost. So they beat Southampton last time. They drew with Leeds. They beat Bournemouth. They beat Liverpool. They beat West Ham. They drew with City. Have they not lost since before the World Cup? Drew with Tottenham. They lost their friendlies with that.
Beat Brentford
beat City before the World Cup. Drew with Forest. What the fuck? Drew with Wolves. The last game, unless I'm mistaken, unless I'm missing something, the last game Brentford lost was on the 23rd of October against Villa. That can't be right.
That's what it looks like.
Someone like that can't be possible, can
Brentford
it?
are hard to beat.
Brentford form guard. I need to look back at this. Sorry, I can't get over this. Let me know in the comments if I'm missing something.
That will be the second longest streak behind. When's the last time Newcastle lost?
Last time Newcastle lost was to Liverpool, which I don't know when that was. Do you know when that was, Ethan? Was it Newcastle the last loss? Yeah, Newcastle versus Liverpool was on the 31st of August, and they haven't lost since. They lost against Wednesday in the FA Cup.
Yeah, but I mean in the league. But
yeah.
from what we just looked at in the league, Brentford are on a fucking run.
Yeah, unbelievable. The dinosaurs are just doing their little walkabout upstairs, which is always good. Z3 Music Official says match prediction 3-1 United, Rashford, Sabitzer and Bruno with the goals. We're getting to score predictions in just a minute. Can we get the team news back up, please? If we haven't got the league table. Nikki says, what about Nikki? It's fun to say. Do you think?
Oh, yeah. A young girl called Nikki, like a kid.
Yeah.
It's just a little bit. Has to be Nicola or something, or Nicole.
Nikki. Nikki's very 90s, isn't it? You can't imagine it now.
I was speaking to Ethan before. He didn't never heard of Ricky Lake.
You've never heard of Ricky Lake? No. Wow.
I've never heard of Ricky Lake either.
Ricky Lake was the sort of...
That's a very 90s name though, Ricky, isn't it?
Yeah. The queen of...
what would you call
your
daughter?
Chat show.
Yeah.
Like, huh?
What would you call your daughter?
Daughter? I like Eugene. Club 1878 says...
That's the US in him. Where's Eugene? He's Oregon.
This is a mad question. This is a mad point. Dave, I'm going to say to you right now, there's a chance this will offend you. Can I read it anyway? It's not massively offensive. Okay. Dave, can we just cut to Dave while I read this? Dave has the look of an excellent, strong female lead in a grisly detective series. Think Happy Valley, but set in Moss Side.
Brilliant.
Joe has his wisecracking DSI. I'll be up for that.
Yeah, I'll be.
A strong.
Was it pay?
A strong female lead.
Excellent, strong female lead. I genuinely think he meant that as a compliment. It is a compliment, isn't it?
He's saying you look like a woman.
Yeah, but that's a good thing.
Which sometimes, from a guy's perspective, it means sometimes it represents prettiness.
Yeah, it does. Dave Prettiness. Eugene is a boy's name. Eugenie is the girl's name. I'll take that. Eugenie then. I like that. Or just Gene.
Was that wrong? Is Eugene in America?
Genie.
Yeah, Gene. I'll take Gene, please. Oh, dear. Very exciting. Anyway, Manchester United team, let's go back through it again. We've got David De Gea, Dalot, Varane, Martinez, Shaw, midfield three of Sabitzer, Fred and Fernandes, and a front three of Rashford, Weghorst and Garnacho. No Martial, by the way, in case you're wondering, still injured. No Wan-Bissaka, who was ill over the weekend. Sancho also caught the same illness, apparently, or was also ill, but is fit enough to be on the bench, but not fit enough to start. Yeah, there you go. We've got the league table here if you want to see that again. Let's bring that back up. Let's go through that just again quickly. Are you looking down to Spurs, or are you looking up to Arsenal? Do you think we're more likely to finish fifth, or ahead of Arsenal, whether that be first or second? What do you think? Let us know in the comments as well. Do you think we're more likely to finish behind Tottenham or ahead of Arsenal? What do you reckon?
I'm going to say ahead of Arsenal.
Really?
Anything to discredit them bastards.
You really don't like Arsenal, do you?
No.
Why is that?
I just hate them. And I think it's to do... I've never liked Arsenal anyway since I was young. But... I think it's something about their whole, I think they had a level of, smugness that was undeserved when I was growing up as well. And then their fans make them so much more hate. They're just easy to hate as well. Yeah. I think they must have the most delusional, arrogant, idiotic, brain-dead fans I've ever seen. Yeah. And the thing is, I know Arsenal fans personally, and that doesn't help. So
pulling your punches there, will you?
I'm not pulling my punches. I think Arsenal fans need to be tested.
What do you think? Do you think we're more likely to finish behind Spurs or ahead of Arsenal? That doesn't mean win the league necessarily.
Yeah. Well, I do think we'll finish second if Arsenal carry on the way they're going. But I still think they'll mess up, and I think it'll be close.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward I'm looking up it rather than looking down.
Yeah, Spurs are a weird one, aren't they? You can see they're obviously on 39 points. played a game more than United, so we can pull away to 6 clear. But the thing with Spurs is, to me, they've seemed shit all season. Like, every time I watch them, I think, this is horrendous.
I don't understand why they've been so bad and they play such bad football, because when you look at Tottenham man for man, if you look at their squad, that's a great team with a lot of talent in it. Do you know what I mean?
Well, let's go.
And I feel like
10 years they've had a great starting 11, but they've never done anything
First
with
off,
it.
they should just play 4 at the back so they could get more of them talented players on the pitch. But
you worry for him if someone like us get Kane.
Yeah.
I think that Spurs will just drop because they rely on him so much.
Let's have a look at their team. So they're sort of potential best starting 11. I know we can argue who's in that particular 11, but obviously Lloris in net, who is a decent goalkeeper. He's not. I don't think he's world class, but he's okay.
He's been terrible this season.
Yeah. Then you've got. I mean, it depends who you want there, but you've got Romero, you've got Davinson Sanchez, you've got Clement Longley, obviously from Barcelona, Emerson Royale, who is awful but played decent against
Emerson Royale is awful, but
City.
Leave him. But Ben Davies is average. But I think I'm more talking about.
But Romero's a good player.
Romero's good. I think it's more their midfield and attacking.
Yeah, so if we get into that, then they've got Højbjerg, who I think is massively underrated.
I think Højbjerg in his position is one of the best in Europe. Personally, I think he's so underrated. Højbjerg.
Then you've got
I'd take him in a heartbeat.
Bentancur, who's been crucial for them when he's been fit this season.
Really good too.
Perisic, again, one of those players who just defies everything you think about football. He's like, he can't be that good. And I think I saw a stat that he's had more shots in the World Cup than since 2010 than anyone. He just like pops up. He won everything with Bayern Munich, or he certainly did a lot with Bayern Munich. He won a lot with Inter Milan as well, I believe, didn't he? He's one of those players that just is a serial winner. And he's getting on a bit, but he's still excellent.
He's still class.
Bissouma, I think he's overrated. I'm not a particularly big fan of Bissouma, but again, he's not a bad player. And then you go forward again. You've got Harry Kane, Heung-min Son, who are 2 of the best players in the league. I know Heung-min Son's been way off it this season, but I'll give him one bad year for the last few years. Richarlison,
Kulusevski.
Yeah, they've got good players.
Lucas Moura. They've got Danjuma now.
Yeah. I think the problem is they've got no Varane. They've got no Casemiro. And they've got a Rashford or there or thereabouts with Kane and Son, that kind of like goal scorer that maybe we don't have in Kane. But I feel like they've just, I don't know, they still just seem light, don't they?
Well, in a sense, they still have to be the team that we worry about because they are only a little bit behind.
Yeah.
Because I don't know what people in the comments think.
Well, because they've lost 3 of their last 6 games and yet
they might not rate Tottenham as much as we do.
We're only 3 points behind them.
No, I like I said, the past 10 years or so, they've always had, you could field a starting 11 with them and you'd look at it on paper and think there could be anyone there.
Yeah.
But they just don't seem to do anything. What they've won the League Cup in the past 10 years.
Not even in the last 10 years. They won it in 2009.
That's what I mean.
Or whatever it was. Yeah. They've won 1 trophy in 15 years.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Let me just double check. League Cup, I think it was 2009.
He loves a turtleneck, doesn't he?
A turtleneck, yeah, Ten Hag.
Like a wild Joel Bayer.
2008.
Yeah, was their last trophy.
Was their last trophy, so not 2009.
Yeah. Which is mental, really.
Yeah.
15 years.
It's mad, isn't it?
Quick math.
Especially when you think as well that Newcastle are in the final now. They've been shit for
ever
since 1999. Basically, they've been shit. Newcastle, anywhere between like championship level bad or just like mid-table. I think they finished 5th in the Pardew, and yet they're back in a final within 6 months of being good again. And Tottenham just cannot buy a final. It's ridiculous, isn't it? Absolutely mental. I know they got to the Champions League final, but I don't even count that because that's the worst performance I've ever seen from a team.
When's Newcastle's last trophy?
1969. 1969.
It's been a while then.
Yeah, everyone went to Woodstock and they didn't win anything again.
Trying to claim being the true United of the Premier League and not got a major honour in what?
They were last
50
when the Beatles
years.
broke up.
Yeah, exactly. Jesus Christ, the Beatles were still together the last
time he won a World Cup. England were reigning World Cup winners.
That's mad. That's a good one. You've done it well there.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Man walked on the moon.
Are we sure about that?
Yeah, come on, don't be silly.
Let's not get into that one.
Wow. The continental quilt, also known as the duvet, wasn't popular until the 1970s. The last time Newcastle won a trophy, duvets didn't exist.
People using blankets.
People were using blankets. That's so shit. Imagine that. Oh, better go to bed with his FA Cup and that. Let us just get under my blanket.
We've jinxed him now.
No duvet for bed. That's how long ago it was. Luke says, Ronaldo hates Arsenal, Steve hates Liverpool, Jay hates Leeds, McCullough hates McTominay. The question is, Joe and Dave, who do you hate the most?
I have a thing about Chelsea. When I was going to Old Trafford home and away a lot, it was during when Mourinho first took over.
The Chesley era.
And I just hated that team.
Do you know why? You know why Dave's chosen Chelsea as opposed to like the original rivals? Because he's a contrarian.
No, it's just I feel even now if Chelsea come like Liverpool, it's like oh look, it's fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Leeds, oh look at them. Chelsea, I'm like fucking hate these.
Yeah. Liverpool's the one for me.
No, I still do.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
But I've just got this. I shouldn't hate Chelsea, but I just do.
Is there anyone I don't like who I shouldn't not like? That's a good question. West Ham. Because they've got that same thing that Newcastle fans have had, but worse, where they think they're this massive club that has a West Ham style of play. You think you had a couple of decent players in the 60s and have been shit ever since. And you're acting like you're sacking top managers because they don't play this invented fictional style of play that no one other than some West Ham fans in their 60s think is real. Well, he's not the West. What is the West Ham style of play? Get relegated and get promoted because Ricardo Vazquez scores loads of goals in the Championship. There is no West Ham style of play.
Bobby Zamora.
Don't give me this shit. Bobby Zamora is the West Ham style of play. Fuck me.
Listen,
Luis Boamorte is the best player you've had in 40 years. Don't come at me with the West Ham style of play.
Mark Noble.
Yeah, come on.
Listen.
Jesus.
What's funny about West Ham's players? The best players always get taken quite early in it. Was it Joe Cole, Michael Carrick?
Yeah. Ridiculous.
But
was Lampard at West Ham?
What I would say is quite funny is, out of the top teams, the one team that no United fan ever really says they hate, which I think, if anything's an insult to the team, is Tottenham.
It is Tottenham.
Because Tottenham seems so like irrelevant and so unproblematic that they're not respected enough to be hated.
Because
you know what I mean?
Because the thing is, they'll win loads of games. Tottenham are actually the perfect team because they'll beat your rivals occasionally. They're good enough to occasionally beat a Liverpool, or they beat City every time they play them at the Tottenham Stadium, whatever it's called. But they are massively beatable. They will never pip you to a trophy. So you don't have to argue with that final loss to Tottenham. No one says that because they just don't win anything. And you can get players off them. Like, they're literally the perfect culmination of... They don't sell their best players dead early because Levy's mental. But you can get the occasional Berbatov off them. Or Carrick or whatever. And they'll beat the best teams around you, but you can beat them. They're phenomenal.
If I ask people watching, does any United fan actually, like, when you say, oh, it's a team that you hate, do any of you actually hate Tottenham?
I've never heard anyone say they hate Tottenham.
I've never said it. Yeah, the United fans say it.
The only people is Arsenal fans, not even the rest of...
Maybe
London
Chelsea as well.
hate
Chelsea as
well. No, it's ridiculous. It's great.
Has anyone said that they hate Tottenham?
No, literally, no one can put up a reason why you wouldn't like them, because they're good, but they're shit.
Plus, if we do get Kane off him in the summer, I'd love him.
That's what I'm saying. Give us Kane and shut up. Just great. Exactly. It's Tottenham, innit? It is that. It is, lads, it's Tottenham. Unfortunately, they're never going to play that down unless they start winning loads of Champions League. But yeah, great. Someone says Modric is the one that gets me. Fancy selling him. They should have kept Modric, really, shouldn't they?
Yeah, he was class, wasn't he?
He was.
I think he was underappreciated though when he was in the Premier League.
Yeah, he was
when
a really good
when he
player.
went to Spain, he just showed you how fucking hell he is. He is really good.
Yeah. We've got 5 minutes till kick-off then. Get your score predictions in the comments. Get your scoreline and scorer. Also, there's over 5,000 people watching this. We ain't even got 1,000 likes. What is this? If you're watching and you don't like the video, click the like button. It's very, very simple. Score predictions then. Who's going to score and what will the final score be? I'm going to start with you, Dave.
I'm going to go 3-0.
3-0.
The front three. Got a goal each.
Really? Ronaldo?
I'm honestly, I think 3-1.
Yeah. You're both predicting pretty comfortable games here. What makes you think that? Do you not think there's going to be an extra sort of spice in the air? A chili flake on the top?
I hope not, because I think we're in a scenario now where pretty much every game is a must-win. It usually is when you're a United Football Club, but I think right now for us to keep up this momentum that we have, trying to win stuff in every competition. We want to see if we can possibly make some sort of late surge to put pressure on Arsenal, as well as kind of fend off the pressure from the teams behind us. I think we need to be winning game after game and game, especially against Leeds.
Yeah. I think we're in a great spot, you know. I did the overlap yesterday. Plugging it, great stuff. But the thing I noticed is we're not on anyone's radar. We are. Do you know last season we were a massive talking point, weren't we? Because we were just crumbling. We were awful. It was, you could scream at us, you could say how awful we were. Yeah. We're disgraced, we're embarrassing. They're not trying. Like, everyone is talking about City not doing as well as they should, Arsenal doing better than they should, Newcastle doing what they're doing, Liverpool being awful, and we're just going, we've won fucking 14 of the last 16 games here. We're like ticking over nicely, and I think the players, obviously there's pressure on them, but there's not the same pressure that there is on City to catch Arsenal, or Arsenal to stay in the lead, or Liverpool to turn it around, or Chelsea after they spent 600 million quid or whatever it is to turn it around. I think we're kind of off the agenda a little bit, and I quite like that.
Yeah,
for
I
once.
think we are, because people are just expecting us to, let's try and get top 4, but
yeah,
we could really do something this season.
Yeah,
it'd be like one of them, people who on eBay just bid at the last second.
Yeah,
that could be us.
Imagine, has a team, and I don't know, we haven't been top this season. It's all even in the first couple of weeks. Of course not. We lost the first 2 games. Has a team ever not been top until the last day of the season?
Perfect, wouldn't it?
Imagine that. Just that. Last day. That'd be fucking so good. Imagine that. City have to win to win the league. If Arsenal need a draw, they both lose. United win. Fucking 21. Here it is. It's not happening, but wouldn't it be great? Look at him there. You see the young lads coming out. Do you know any of them lot? I don't recognise any of them.
I did. Aronson.
Aronson.
Well, he's one of the 27 Americans that they have on the team.
I like that though. Do you think there's? I think there is fundamentally a British distrust for American football, not the sport, but football, soccer from America.
I think
English people cannot accept
because
it
the Americans don't accept it. Because they could, with the pool they've got, have some of the best players in the world if they treat them the same way they treat the basketball or American football players. But it's never going to happen, so you're never going to get that elite player, I don't think. Or a bunch of elite players.
They're so incredibly insular, and it's like they're... to be fair, sometimes you feel like America is big enough where they probably think that's the world and that's it. But they do take it into their sport.
It is sort of a planet unto itself, isn't it, in a way, America?
If it was the number one sport in America, the amount of world-class players they produce.
That's the good point. If soccer, as they call it, made as much money as, maybe not even baseball, like hockey or... No, not hockey. Let's say it made as much money as the NBA, baseball or NFL, they would be the best country in the world, like you're saying, because they've got the best athletics and just athlete facilities anywhere in the world. They have got the numbers to choose from. 350 million people there. If they took it seriously and if the money was there, they would be... Because there's no other country in the world that is as big as them, as wealthy as them, and has the sort of same caliber of kind of development and structural systems in place that could even closely compete with them, is there really? Like Brazil's massive, but it doesn't have the same like wealth and sort of setup.
No, because you can be anywhere in America, and you can be... It doesn't matter where you're from. You could be poor in America, but if you're good at somewhere, they'll pick you because they do it with the college scholarships, don't they?
And they can have colleges in relatively poor cities or poor states that have got hundreds of millions of dollars worth of athletics facilities.
But I don't think the mindset will ever be changed, and that's why I don't think they'll ever produce anything.
Maddie O says, "Come on, United!" And that's his first ever super chat, so thank you for that, Maddie. ABC123 my ABC says, "Hi fellas from Sydney." Well, we're not from Sydney, so I don't know why I've said that. Hi fellas from Sydney. Oh, hi fellas from Sydney. I have a feeling if we go in at 0-0 at half time with this bare bones starting 11, nerves might start to set in. I've gone with a 2-1 prediction for me because I think it's going to be horrible. I think we'll win. I think we're better than them. But I wouldn't be surprised for this to be really cagey, really sort of a gross game where they're all just sprinting at us. And
the interesting thing is, though, I think it could be quite a attacking-looking game. It's because you'd think the way that Leeds have been playing recently that they'd come back and kind of shop a little bit. But when you're looking at their front, Adams, McKennie, Nonto, Bamford up front.
Yeah.
You've got, since they're on the wing, it's all very attacking to me. That doesn't look like the type of team where you're thinking 2 banks of 4 and we're going to see what we've got. They could actually cause us a little bit of problems on transition if they actually go forward. But I think that might play into our hands a little bit. But I don't think Leeds' way is to really be a low blocking team, really, though. They are usually just go after it, and sometimes they can shock you, sometimes you can batter them 5-0.
Yeah. Oh, Maddie, by the way, I just realised it's his first super chat. It's also a massive super chat, so thank you very much for that. Not that the smaller ones mean less, but I want to make sure you realise how I saw that. So thank you, that's incredible. Cheers,
Jesus
mate.
Christ.
Oh,
that's not your mum's card.
It is my mum's card. How's he got that? Oh, his mum's card. Sorry. Billy Smith says, you guys are placing a lot of trust on Fred/Sabitz as the game kicks off. One's a Bayern Munich centre-back and one's Fred.
You know what it is? I just showed him there a minute ago. He does look like he could be one of the 3 Musketeers, and I think that's what gives me confidence.
Well, that's what I was saying this. I think he's got a touch of the Captain Jack Sparrows about him. Do you know what I mean?
Someone with a bit of confidence there, isn't there?
Yeah, he's got that little sort of faux tee going on. It's not a real goatee, but it's kind of, making suggestions that it could one day be a goatee. Christopher Cox says there's a massive cultural issue at the youth level with soccer. It's too expensive to play in America as compared to other sports. It's the only country where soccer is a rich man's sport.
How? All you need is a pair of football boots, shin pads, and a ball.
Yeah, I don't know.
You don't even need that if you play.
Yeah.
You need a ball.
Well, it's interesting, isn't it, that you can, already, our passing options from defence to midfield are non-existent, which is always the concern when you've got Fred in there.
Dangerous play away.
1-0 Leeds, there you go. 1-0 to Leeds, 56 seconds.
Jesus Christ.
As soon as we got the ball at the back there, Varane had no one to pass to.
He's done the...
Varane had no one to pass to.
He's done the Rashford as well, but this is what I'm saying. I looked at their team, he looked dangerous. I did identify him as probably the dangerous man in Nonto.
Yeah.
Fuck!
1 minute in, 1-0 Leeds. No one to pass to. Sabitz is behind his man. You look in the middle, Sabitz is behind a man. Varane's come inside. Bruno's got no one to pass to. And then he gives the ball away there. And it's just a good little drive.
He's not off. Please tell me he's off.
Bamford
He looked very, very tight, but I don't think he is.
Near post.
Martinez stepped up a little, but I don't know, man. It looked tight, but I don't think he's offside.
This is my worry. Fred, we already know Fred is terrible at receiving the ball off his centre backs. Sabitzer didn't look any better there. He was absolutely trapped behind 2 or 3 men. It's going to be a long night if we keep doing that. That's what happened against Brentford and against Brighton. McTominay and Fred were hiding behind their players.
Martinez have engaged there a little bit.
That's what Casemiro's so good at. No,
yeah,
not offside. 1-0. Let's start again. We're fucking starting the game again now from scratch. With just a 1-0 fucking deficit. Come on. Well done, Garnacho.
I think now this plays into their hands, and they've got something to play with, and they've got enough pace going the other way to cause problems.
Definitely.
The only thing is we've conceded this early. We've got a lot of time to pull it back.
Yeah. We just need Rashford on the right as it stands. Rashford on the right, Garnacho on the left.
Seems to be a little bit of a running theme now. Anytime anyone scores against United, that they do the.
Come back to home though.
I hope so.
Picking up a bit of attention, innit?
Disrespect.
Would you do that if you were playing against Ronaldo or something?
Yeah.
Come on then. Oh, lucky.
Okay, now a team that's not won in like 7 league games, and this is
still plenty of time. Luckily.
Plenty of time, but
it's literally the worst possible start.
It's the United. It is the United way though. I know we're not lost yet, but it doesn't surprise you when you go like we go on a good run of form. Everyone gets a little bit optimistic, and then a spanner gets thrown in the works.
Seems to be doing a lot of pressing though when they've got the ball defensively.
United pressing them.
Yeah.
Yeah, we thought he would be the danger man. I bet Ten Hag's so pissed off, isn't he? He'd be so mad.
Yeah.
56 seconds into
to start
the
the game better than that.
Yeah, they're in no mood to try and get it there, are they?
No.
Got a lot of time, lads.
They were pressing
the only
hard
issue
to
is if
start
we
with.
do get desperate to kind of get a goal later in the game or to grab a win or whatever, the options off the bench are so limited.
Yeah. Yeah, there's not a lot. Dalot into Rashford. Good tackle.
Yeah, they're very,
United pushing high as well back though. That's good.
they're very front foot, aren't they?
Just booting it along there, Meslier.
How's he won that header?
On his hands and
I don't.
knees. Got good tackling stats, Sabitzer. More industrious and gets stuck in more than you might think. Keeper. Yeah. Fucking hell, I hate that. 1-0 down already. The Oracle Cloud win probability is still 38% for United, 36% for Leeds. A draw at 26%.
Someone's already finished.
So United are still favourites. Who's that?
Looks off the ball that as well.
Yeah. Holding his hamstring maybe? Side of his leg?
Yeah, it looks like a muscle injury.
Yeah, hamstring is holding.
Looks like it's gone. Maybe gives United a chance to fucking regroup.
Yeah.
Start again.
Ten Hag screaming at him. Oh, there he is, look. Chris
You know,
Armas.
Chris Armas and Ragnick's spirit come to haunt us. Well, they are stretching it out, so he surely hasn't pulled anything.
He must have, though. He's not going down with cramp after 5 minutes, is he?
I don't think a physio stretches a torn muscle.
You wouldn't think so, would you? Unless he's just saying it's feeling tight, or I'm not sure if it's gone or whatever.
I think that goal there.
Should De Gea do better there?
No. I think that goal there, with the way they pierced through the middle, just in front of the defence, it's just that area where usually you've got Casemiro plugging the gaps.
Yeah. And also,
you see a couple of minutes in.
Yeah. You could see straight away though that there was no one looking to receive the pass. They were pressing so high, Leeds. We almost needed someone over the top or something to run in behind. Maybe there's no one available whatsoever. Sinistera, which must mean angry in some language.
Very sneaky.
Very sinister. Sinistera. Go on then. Garnacho's in behind here. He's fallen over.
Stay on your feet, lad. Good chance there.
It was.
I'm not having the Josh Hartnett thing.
No, maybe not. It looked like he was shaping up for a shot and then he just falls over, doesn't he?
Garnacho's a baller, but like he has got some physical development to do. That is something I've noticed.
He's a kid still, though, isn't he?
Yeah, he's a kid. That's. I mean, he's only 18. You've seen the same with Greenwood. When he grows into his strength a little bit, gets a little bit stronger, he'll be even more of a player.
Just this time last year, he was playing the 5th round of the Youth Cup.
Yes,
exactly. He's 18 for another 6 months as well, so he's really, it's not like...
Because sometimes you see him get like shrugged off the ball quite easily, etc.
Yeah.
We're not surprised. He's not the biggest, and he's still young.
Yeah.
He's come off injured then.
I think is that another American? It must be, because I think his surname's like Somerville. That's
the most American word in the English language.
Do you think that could sound?
It literally is Somerville.
Isn't there
Somerville.
Jimmy Somerville, isn't it? Oh, is he in the Scottish guy? Sang a song.
Scottish singer, correct.
What was this big hit he had?
Small Town Boy.
That's the one.
Don't Leave Me This Way.
Yeah. So he's Scottish.
Small Town Boy's a good song, actually. Varane. Who's he got on here?
Okay, now there's already
Sabitzer just doing that little McTominay jog, isn't he?
There's already been a little bit of an issue with the ball progression, though.
Yeah.
It's finding it hard to play through.
Yeah. Struggling, aren't we?
Yeah, look, they've literally got all gaps. I
Leeds
think we
are
might be forced to try and clip it a little bit longer.
Yeah, we're trying to play it short, but there's no passing.
Leeds have got a great setup going on against the press.
Yeah.
Okay, now
They let us come out.
They've
to
done a
about
job.
35
They've done a
yards.
job in one evening.
I know.
Tactically, literally got all gaps.
See, that's what. Yeah.
I think what Leeds have identified is the fact that we do that through the back thing when we play out with the inverted fullbacks, and I think they're just pressing with a free onto him.
So bits they just got absolutely flattened in the middle there.
It's almost like man marking.
Bamford's on here. No, it's not.
It's almost like man marking.
Hold on.
Maybe this is where we can catch him.
Yeah, they let us come out to about the 30
This
yard
is what's
line,
annoying about the
and then
injuries
they
and
press.
Anthony, because I feel like Rashford against Luke Ayling would be barbecue chicken. Do you know what I mean?
Flailing
They
Ayling.
may try and switch.
So, and
Fred's pushing quite high up as well, isn't he? Sabitzer got absolutely flattened about 2 seconds before this replay. Yeah. That's good.
It's a great
That's
set.
really good from Weghorst. He's good at that. We'll need that because the passes into him are going to be furious at the minute.
Idea.
Don't foul.
Well done, Sabitzer. That's good.
Yeah.
That's what he's good at.
Go. Come on,
Come
it's
on.
breaking down on Garnacho a bit,
Yeah.
isn't he? That's the annoying thing. Them areas there, Rashford in form, but he's on the right instead.
Jesus, look at him, back post now.
You don't want this guy going 1-1.
Well done, Martinez.
You know, the game is quite...
What are you doing?
What is he doing there? You just said here
Giving
ago,
the
have the
ball
ball.
away for no reason.
Jesus Christ.
Bruno running off
Why
the
has he not
pitch.
played it down? The thing
don't
is,
know.
that's Bruno Fernandes though. Once a game, he will do something. I'll say this every time I'm going to watch long.
Yeah.
There's once game Bruno will do something where you actually have to like proper think for 5 minutes. What was he doing?
Yeah. He's obviously trying to play it to Dallo, but it's
I
clearly
he must
not
know
on,
he's
is
a guy
it?
He's
right
got
behind
like
it.
a bit of a bozo gene. Is that the term? It's almost like just once a game, Bruno just glitches out and then he does something where you can't explain like what he was attempting to do.
Yeah. If they get
It's a
another
bit
goal
like-
here, we're fucked. We won't win if they score again. I don't know why they've not gone in there. They've gone in that way instead. There you go.
Oh my God!
Jesus.
They almost scored again.
They did.
Like 3 of them could have won the ball then.
Come on, Luke.
Yeah, no.
What was that? Bamford at the back post?
So De Gea save.
Sure, I couldn't tell if
think
he
it was
saved it or if it went
strike.
past him. Strike.
Great cross that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Weird from De Gea, just sort of like.
I think
pops
because
his
he was
hand
already
there.
going the other way.
Yeah.
Nah, that's actually a really
No,
good
it's
save.
it's a good
Fucking
save,
hell.
that.
Good hand.
Look at this, look. There's just so much action in our first third, isn't there? We've got a lot of we've had a lot of possession, but we cannot get the ball out. Look at this. It's fucking
It's so
frantic
but
press.
it's casual, too casual from Bruno there again.
It's half us, but I'm not gonna lie. Leeds have a really good pressing setup
Yeah.
going.
They look really
Got
good.
all the gaps plugged. I think it looks to me they're literally going man for man, basically.
Yeah, that's what they did under Marsh. Defensively, they did a lot
Yeah.
of man to man. Yeah.
And fortunately, we can't seem to cope with it.
No passes on.
It feels like a lot longer than 11 minutes. 12 minutes has gone.
Fuck yeah, Dallo look is just like what we're meant to do. We get the ball, we can't pass it into midfield. We hold on to it, then we boot it long. Then Leeds win it back. See, now's where we've got to hurt them here.
Once again.
Garnacho just not getting the ball under control there. Throwing, that's good though. Fucking press them.
Yeah. Not had a good start, Garnacho.
No, he's not.
Respectfully.
We've not managed to
that's
get
where a
Rashford
lot
on
of
the
our
ball at
space
all,
and
have we?
play's gone down, and it's we need someone utilising that a little bit better. That was the most blatant push ever by Luke Shaw as well.
If you talk about the Premier League being the quickest and sort of most, what is it? I think the stat that it seems to stand out in is the amount of sprints that you need in a game. I think was the biggest difference between the other leagues.
Yeah.
What a fucking baptism for Sabitzer this is, where you are literally getting pressed the living fuck out of by a team that is one of the worst teams in the league.
I bet he's not used to that
The
at all.
team is there still 18 teams in the Bundesliga, or is it up to 20 now? But regardless, the team that is one place above the relegation in the Bundesliga does not press you like this. I'm sure of it. Like this is like horrendous. That's good, Varane.
Go on.
Sabitzer.
Oh, that's a fucking chance. That
It is a chance as well. That was drop. He didn't let it drop long enough, did he? Because he rushed it a little bit. It's a good cross from Shaw, bouncing on the penalty spot.
it's a good chance.
Ball in the air down to Sabitzer. He can't let it come down anymore, can
It
he?
almost looked like if he got a better contact on target, it would have got blocked anyway.
Yeah, there's
Do you know what
too
I
many
mean?
in front of him.
Yeah.
I thought he should have let it drop more. He can't. It's a shame. Better though. That's the first time we looked dangerous all game. Fucking hell. Well done. Keep the ball.
No.
Sabitzer, not Sabitzer, Veghorst, one touch, sort of bringing the ball out has been really good. This is good. Overlap from Dallo. Pull it back.
Oh, why has he let the ball run?
Shaw clips it in.
Why? See, this is what I mean with Bruno. Why has he let the ball run there instead of just hitting it himself?
I think he thought this one behind him with a bit more space.
He's had 2 of them glitch moments now.
That was better. This is better though from United. Last 3 or 4 minutes, keeping the ball higher up the pitch. Got Leeds pen back a bit. The thing is, they do have gaps. They had some big gaps then, didn't they?
Got a lot of men forward as well, haven't we?
Yeah.
I need to see that again.
I don't know who he thought was behind.
It was
it.
a good cut back to Dallo, from Dallo to Bruno. He's literally running onto the
He's
ball.
the most frustrating player,
he
though,
literally, just dummies it to all the way to the edge of the box the other side instead of just shooting.
See, they're forcing us back to that same spot again now, Leeds.
Yeah.
Maybe we're coming back to try and create a little... My optimistic brain is saying that we're coming back on purpose to try and make those gaps a little bit bigger and penetrate more easily like we did against... who was it the other day? Second goal. I can't remember who we played.
Yeah. Unfortunately, didn't watch it.
The game against Palace. Thank you. United have had 72% possession. I'd love to see where that possession is because most of it's in our half, innit?
Does that say 2 attempts?
Yeah, Leeds have had 2, we've had 1. I think it said. I mean, come on. Do you think Fred thought he could make that pass?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. He's the one player where you couldn't go, come on, you know you can't do that. He goes, what do you mean I can't?
The thing is, he can do it every now and again.
Yeah. But it is very now and then. Come on. Oh, fuck's sake. Fucking hospital pass back to Varane there. Well done, Martinez. And again. It's not going out, is it? See, now's probably a good time. If we can get the ball off them now. Wait to them to play around the back. Now we press them, get the ball back. That's what we need. There you go. Go. Here we go. Back post. Left-hand side. Left-hand side.
Look up.
Yeah, it's Garnacho. Oh. That's exactly what I was predicting. That's exactly what we needed. He's got to be hitting the target. You've got to hit the target.
I didn't react because I didn't really ever feel like he was going to score. Do you know once?
Yeah. It's brilliant. That's exactly like when they played it back into their defence. I thought this is what we need.
Rashford won it back, didn't he?
It's a phenomenal pass from Bruno, by the way.
As well. It's not
and we slipped over again. Like what studs has he got on? He slipped over or nearly slipped over 3 times in this game already.
Good touch and not a bad effort, to be fair.
Yeah, of course. Fuck.
Sure, let's give us a little bit of confidence. So we have been playing better the last 5-10 minutes.
That's Leeds though. Like they always give you a chance in it, but they can hurt you on the other area.
It's a bit just pulls one wide, 20 yards.
Don't mind it.
Yeah, it's 2 shots in the space of a minute.
Yeah, no, it's good. And also, if you're hitting it from there, that might draw someone out next time to try and block it, or make some space in behind for someone.
Do you expect us to pull a foil out there?
Tell you what, yeah. If there's one word to describe this game so far, and I'm being serious, it is frenetic, isn't it? It's been so frenetic. You absolutely smashed it with your prediction.
Yeah. It's just I think Leeds make you play that way.
Yeah,
because that's how they play.
Vegas is putting a solid hold up.
Such a good hold up.
Class at that.
He is.
Shoot.
Oh, right in the fucking sternum. That'll win the fuck out of you. That will. Jesus Christ.
I wouldn't want Rashford shooting at me.
70 miles an hour in the stomach.
Rashford shooting at me.
Where did it hit him? Oh, don't tell me it hit him in the face. It looked like it was bang in the middle of the chest, didn't it? That'll win you that. That might dislodge a ventricle, that.
You wouldn't want it, would you?
No. Right in the ventricles. Look at that. Can we see a replay?
He's not moved, has he?
So yeah, Weghorst, his hold-up play's been excellent. Oh, it's not even hold-up play, build-up play. Oh, it's the face. It's the side of the head, that one. Right in the temple. Oof. Oh, dear.
Yeah,
like,
it's not
coming
nice.
up to the side of the head.
Yeah. He may have to go off with concussion.
Mate, yeah?
Yeah, it's
possible.
He's not moved, has he?
No. Just laid on his front. Fuck me.
Yeah, he won't want that at all.
No. I don't think it'll be serious, but it could be enough to take you off that.
They'll have to do concussion checks, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, the flag they'll get if they let him back on and he's got issues.
Yeah. Have you ever had one of them where you've been hitting the head with the ball so hard that you either come off or you feel like you should?
No.
Happened with Paolo not too recently, didn't it?
Yeah, obviously the concussion stuff's scary, isn't it?
I've never played at a level where
I think I hate the fact it stopped though. We had a little bit of momentum going.
Yeah. Yeah, to be fair, this is good for Leeds. The stoppage is good
I think
for Leeds.
if we nick a goal, if we do nick a goal, I think we can nick another.
Yeah, Leeds is such a particular team where you think if we get 1, 2 and 3 will probably follow pretty quickly.
Especially they've gone 7 games without winning. You think it would the element of doubt that they'd get if we do get a goal back. I think we do need to at least get a goal back before half time.
Yeah.
He's coming off him.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Isn't it mad that the year is 2023 and the way we find out if someone's got a concussion is still going like that in front of their eyes? As if we ain't got like a fucking radar that can like.
We need a portable MRI,
like,
don't
just
we?
that, it's that. He's on the floor. This is the Premier League, $1 billion industry, and he just goes like. And if you can follow his finger, you're fine. And if you can't, you're off.
Because what if someone's naturally cross-eyed? And
Exactly.
They get a concussion? How do you?
What if God forbid, Paul Ince is down on the floor? What are you gonna do? He's like that. Right, bring him
all
off.
right because I'm convinced he didn't have a lazy eye.
He didn't have it.
Because
I don't know what happened.
I cannot remember it at all.
No, I looked at his match attacks from a few years ago. He didn't have one. I don't know what happened there. But like that, come on. You'd think there'd be some sort of like even one of the things like you lick a little strip and if it comes up pink, you've got some sort of enzyme in your blood that you shouldn't. Do you know what I mean? Do you think there'd be something?
Yeah, we need like a bike helmet that's got an MRI built into it. Stick that on, fella.
That's what I'm saying. Fair enough.
Or like a Daft Punk helmet where it comes up with concussed.
Yeah, across the eyes. Streak coming off. Fair enough, to be fair. He just took an absolute blaster from Marcus Rashford in the side of the head. No surprise that he's got some level of concussion there. It's a mad one though, isn't it? Because it's one of those things that, as a player, I don't know obviously at that level, but even at the level I played at, you're not really meant to look hurt when the ball hits you in the face. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? Like
you're not.
It's meant to be a thing that you can withstand.
But you know, everyone around him, United players and the Leeds players are going, yeah, that's gonna.
Especially Rashford as well. If it was Fred, you'd be like, mate, come on, keep playing. But Rashford can absolutely hammer it. Maddie with another big super chat again. Thank you very much. Says, come on United. Yeah, couldn't agree more. Actually, I think I've read that one already. It's the same one. It's just stayed on for a long time.
Two reads for the price of one.
I don't mind reading it again. Matthew Coward says, Chris Armas looks like what I thought Rey Mysterio would look like under his mask. Interesting. And you can't say he's wrong because that's what he thought he would look like. Right, we're back underway. I think we're 4 minutes. The ball was out of play for there, so a little break for Leeds to regroup a bit. United just hopefully don't lose that momentum. We were looking good just before the stoppage there. Did you watch? You must have watched wrestling as a kid.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Do you still watch it?
No, not watched it for a long time. Yeah. I went to Rebellion in 2002.
What's that?
It was
Sounds like
the show at the arena.
Was it?
It was Booker T was there.
Oh yeah.
Brock Lesnar.
Oh wow. That was peak Lesnar as well.
I think the Dudley Boys were there as well, which
really
was very exciting. I think it was the Dudley Boys against Matt and Jeff Hardy back in the day.
Dudleys versus the Hardys.
Oh, it was glorious.
It's a pair of guys that you really want to be watching that, isn't it?
Well, to be fair, I mean, there was one wrestler who I didn't see who was the one. Stone Cold, he was the one.
Maybe try Leeds.
Yeah. You could try it through the Leeds angle instead.
Yeah, 2 teams playing.
Come on.
You know, common sense.
Don't miss anything in this office, do we?
Do you ever watch it?
I used to watch wrestling. Yeah, as a kid, loved it.
I did.
He was your hero, wrestling hero.
I liked Sting.
Sting.
Yeah.
WCW man, were you?
WCW. Yeah. Channel 5. I like Sting and I like Goldberg. They're my favourites.
Why do you like them? They're very, very, very like different.
They're very different. Aren't they? One's like a sort of long-haired, makeup-wearing goth, and the other's this sort of bald nutter. I like the spear. The spear was my favourite move. Sting was good, but he was let down by his finishing move, which was just like like a hold, which is never as good. You want some sort of massive impact, don't you?
Were you a fan of the dirtiness and the bloodiness of Mick Foley?
I never saw him because we never had Sky, so I never got to watch like actual WWE. I just watched WCW. He was good though. He was just a fat bloke who worked in an office, but was willing to get his head kicked in.
Willing to do anything for the cause.
Yeah, because he used to wear the shirt and tie as well. He literally just seemed like some bloke who worked in accounts.
Yeah, my friend. I don't think he watches it anymore, but he's now like a personal trainer and a part-time professional model.
Wow.
I think he wears Stone Cold t-shirts still every day. He's got like 30 or 40 of them, different ones.
Really? That's dedication, isn't it?
Just needs a leather jacket,
leather
vest, pair of jean shorts, some knee braces, and
I forgot about the knee braces. Worn exclusively by like 6-year-olds who've just got a skateboard or bike and Stone Cold Steve Austin.
So we've got to get going again now, haven't we? Because after that break.
Ooh, not a bad ball.
Just on the wrong side, wasn't it?
2 straight.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Could Bruno set that?
With the overhead kick.
What was he thinking? Because the way it was floated, I thought maybe he could have just kept it in play.
Yeah, just tried to bring it down.
Nice.
It's asking for the over.
It's a little bit too far to reach.
It's the other side of Ayland as well. By the time it drops down, isn't it? Oh. I'm drinking the posh water.
You got some on you?
What's it, Voss? Cavossier.
Not me.
Fucking hell. Sure, taking a chance.
I think he was taking a chance. I think he just got done.
I think this is the worst game not to have the Casemiro-Ericsson combo.
Yeah, it is. You ain't got the sturdiness of Casemiro and no one to pass it through.
And you haven't got the one
Ericsson.
that's like got the ability to like get on it and just distribute through the lines.
Yeah, we could do with that.
There's a lot of pressing though by both teams. I think I'm not surprised by they both get knackered by the end of it.
Yeah.
Just need one goal.
My only worry is we ain't got many options off the bench to exploit.
Jesus.
If Leeds do get tired. Fred just
go on.
Garnacho's on here. He's coming around
Oh,
the keeper.
why did he go down?
Go shoot!
Oh! Fucking hell. Garnacho. Watch him do something weird.
Should have been.
Just got to score there, hasn't he?
Got to.
Whatever you do, he's got to end up in the back of the net. He's had 2 massive chances
laid
now,
so much on his
Garnacho.
shot.
It was the cutback for me. What a pass by Bruno, though.
Yeah. Oh, he just didn't see the
Probably
replay.
just done like a glitchy corner.
Oh, look, he's gone round the keeper. You've just got to find the back of the net, haven't you?
Well, you put it on it. You wanted to get it on his right foot, and when he got it on it, he still hesitated.
Yeah, they're proper stepping in on everything, aren't they, Leeds? There's going to be some bookings here. At some point in this game, even if it's not now. Weghorst again does excellently. That pass from Bruno is unbelievable. He goes around him.
The touch is too wide. Good composure.
Yeah.
Then again,
Maybe slide across.
From there, though, you can't
No.
have a go for shooting.
Then again, yeah, he's got him sliding in.
I think
he was being a bit critical. Yeah, I was being a bit critical.
Yeah.
He just hope he scored.
The thing is that he doesn't realise he could have took another touch, got closer, set himself properly, and then hit it. He had so much room. Oh, it's a shame. It's a shame that. Unlucky. Great ball from Bruno.
I think something's coming though. We've had quite a few shots now. And
they can't decide who's taking it. Bruno tries to go into Rashford's feet.
I hate these stupid, clever free kicks.
Corner.
Bruno just decided to get a little touch on that. He could have got brought down there. Ronaldo dived in.
Yeah.
Okay, the other weekend you could have gone down.
Oh.
You stay on your feet, don't you? Come on. We look dangerous at the minute, United. Let's get one. Short to Fred. Back to Bruno.
What the hell was that?
Now
set
what the
piece?
fuck are these
The
corners?
pass back to Bruno was so shit from Fred. Literally behind him.
Ooh.
Varane's in it.
Over on.
Oh.
That's great defending. Fuck me.
I think that might be off.
I don't think he was offside as well.
Every time United can get the ball in their third, we look like we're going to score.
Yeah, I think
we
some-
have to score.
yeah.
If we score in the first half, we'll do them easier because they look fragile.
He's onside.
It's great
there.
defending.
Was he
It's
not?
this one where I'm
Brilliant
worried he's
defender.
offside.
No,
There.
it's
No,
not. He's
close.
not.
It's not. He's not. He was actually
39's
He was actually about 2
offside.
yards onside. No,
Well done, Varane.
that looked like it could have been a foul, but the referees let a lot go. To be fair,
That's great stuff. Fucking- How is it right? So the ball has come through the air. Their play's fallen on the floor, and the time it's taken for the ball to get where his head was, he's got back up and won the header. Well done,
I'll take
Garnacho.
that.
Banged his head on the floor as well there.
usually
You can win a few of them as well.
he
so
might.
they've got to be
He
careful.
looks in disbelief.
Yeah, he does. I don't think he's fouled there, is he? He looks short.
If
as well,
someone's
doesn't
in that much disbelief, they probably didn't foul him.
he? Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I
But
think he
if,
just knocks
if,
the
if he
ball
has,
and
then
goes,
he's
doesn't
very
he?
weird. Yeah,
foul there,
he's
is
not made a tackle,
He
but
didn't touch
he's
him.
caught his legs.
Oh,
he's caught his leg.
He did catch his leg. Sorry. I
Caught
missed
his
that.
leg. He just didn't make the challenge. One of them
Yeah.
tackles collided, so that's why he thought. But it's still a foul.
Yeah.
But he thought he's thinking, I didn't try and tackle.
Yeah. How can it be a foul? I'm just ran.
Yeah.
But it was. Is he shorter than he looks? He's got a short.
No, he's short. He's like 5'7".
Is it? Put him in the wall.
But I think he looks shorter because of his stature.
He's got that like Luke Shaw kind of thing going on, hasn't he? Who's that? We'll put everyone at the front post. I'll chip it to the back post, lads. Fred's just... He just loves a hit and hope, doesn't he, Fred? And he loves stepping in. He loves... No one steps in more than Fred. More than Bruno.
Do need a goal soon.
Yeah. Great pass.
Brilliant pass.
Well done, Marcus around the outside. Clips it to the back post. Garnacho. Good torch. Unlucky.
Good defending.
Oh, shit. Good fucking shot.
Oh, good
Sabitzer
strike.
with his left
Good
foot.
strike. Canal knocking on the door, man. But
Yeah,
hope it's not one of those nights.
I know. That's a good shot. If it's
Great effort, that.
it's a comfortable save in the end, really, isn't it? But it's a really good effort. On his left foot, Sabitzer. It's good to have that danger in it from the edge of the box. Bruno. Bit deep, Varane. Sabitzer to Martinez. Clips it to the back post.
Good
Oh,
touch.
great touch, Rashford.
Yeah, I think the ball went out there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Well.
definitely did there.
Ball went out. Yeah, the ball went out initially. Looked like it.
I think those subs have unsettled Leeds a bit, haven't they? As well, they've done.
Yeah,
because-
they've had 2 subs already.
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Yeah. Look at this. Onto his left foot, Sabitzer. A little. It's hard to get any power from that position as well. The ball's like right under his feet. Easy save in the end, really. Isn't it?
Easy, just the power.
Just
Good effort though.
yeah.
Not
I'd
much,
save that.
not much running back left.
Makes a meal of it, really, doesn't it, when you watch it?
I went in on Pickford.
Yeah, maybe. Nice. United have had 9 shots, 3 on target. Leeds 3 shots, 2 on target. We've got to score. We've got to get a winner or an equaliser to start with. But they do feel porous, don't they, Leeds? You can get at them.
I feel like they're fragile in the sense of they've put a lot of energy into the first half. I think if we nick a goal before half time,
Yeah.
They'll be
we
so
can go win
deflated
it.
if we
can
get
go,
one as
go
well.
win it in a second. I think that's just.
Got to get one now. And not let them score again, because that would be dangerous.
I think they have been disrupted a little bit with the press and everything with the.
Oh, that's a phenomenal. No,
I don't think
nothing?
it was never getting to Garnacho though.
No, I
think
thought it was a
yeah,
better pass than it
yeah.
was. It was more central than I thought. Well done, Varane. 29 years old is young to retire from international football, isn't it?
Yeah.
Sometimes you just can't be asked.
Yeah.
It's the way the cookie crumbles.
I think you just can't be arsed. Is that what it is? You play for France? Can't be arsed.
You just can't be bothered.
Siebes. It's kicking off back there.
It's all going on.
Okay.
Panic stations.
Good pass into Vegas.
Unlucky.
Poor touch. Yeah. He's been good though, Vegas, I think.
Yeah.
Holds the ball up, well, just about the cutting edge. I think the way we play doesn't suit his kind of chance creation as well. We don't really cross the ball or whip it much.
I think he's a great player if you playing the wingers in.
He's limited, but like he does
I don't
his job
expect him to
okay.
score many goals.
But obviously playing up front for United, you need them goals, don't you? Because we will criticise Martial. I think is he second top scorer, or is he? He must be around the same as Bruno.
Yeah.
Obviously, in a lot less minutes in games. Surely offside. Find out if Somerville's American, because that has to be with that name.
Dutch. Was born in the Netherlands. If I
Yeah.
tell you his first four names are Francesco Gilbert Silverio Chiro, you probably not think.
And then, how do you end all of that with Somerville?
I don't know. Because Somerville, it literally sounds... that was literally an American TV program, wasn't it? Isn't Somerville the one that was the Superman show?
Smallville, come on.
Oh, Smallville, yeah. But you know what I mean? Very close. I quite like that. Somerville. You go to Somerville High? Oh my God.
Yeah, it does sound...
Yeah, come on. When you say it...
Sounds a bit happy, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Americans love a bit to be happy.
Yeah, they do.
Well done. That's a goal kick.
This is what I don't get with Bruno. Why didn't you?
We didn't have anyone on there, did
No,
we?
but just he could have.
It's super frustrating.
He could have
to watch.
passed the ball back to the keeper.
Thing is, it can be terrible for 80 minutes, 85 minutes, and just do something magical.
Just give and take with him, because realistically, like he's the best creator we have.
Yeah, by a mile.
Like just as you seen the pass he did to Garnacho, that's what makes him so like he's such a boom.
Two passes. The cross to Garnacho over Veghorst and their defender was a really good pass
he's
as
so
well.
boom and bust.
Yeah.
But we're talking about on the ball, like off the ball, he's really, really good though.
Yeah.
It's an area of his game we sleep on. It's very noticeable when he doesn't play in that sense of the energy and stuff.
Nice.
Run into a wall.
Go. Well done. Yeah, he did well
You
there.
can tell
Rashford.
the angles are just not the same when he's playing on the right.
Go on.
Good header.
No. The thing is, Garnacho's been our most... He's the player
He's
who's
had the
ball
most
in the
service
best
and been
areas,
most dangerous. He's shown glimpses. He started the game quite roughly, but he's come on stronger.
Is that our best opportunity, isn't he, as well?
That's good. Oh, lucky bastard. Good foul.
This game just has the all makers being frustrating as well.
Yeah, already is, isn't it? I'm glad he didn't get a foul there. I wonder why Varane has got the R.
Bruno
dot.
has it as well, doesn't he? B. Fernandes.
Yeah.
Gary Neville, the whole career, had G.Neville.
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that made sense because Phil was playing.
He left.
Yeah, but then you just keep it. But we ain't got any other Varanes. I don't think there's another professional footballer with the surname Varane, is there? Certainly not
that
any, you know.
It's with the Brazilians as well, like Fred having Fred.
Yeah.
If you were Wayne
You just
Rooney,
get to pick,
you know what? My name's Wazza. We stick
Yeah.
Wazza on the back.
No.
They tell you to piss off.
Yeah. But it's just cool when it's Brazilian, isn't it? Well done, Dallo. I like it. Some players have the first name and surname on the back. I can't think of any particulars, but they definitely do.
It's the ones who have the middle two names, but they're like middle names.
Yeah.
Because they've like 6 or 7 names.
Yeah, that's nice. Well done.
Come on.
Just trying to win the foul area, isn't he? He's horrible, isn't he, Luke Ayling? Horrible head.
He's had a couple moments, but for most
You got
part,
fouled by Garnacho and start screaming.
I'd like to see Rashford getting in the areas that Garnacho's getting though.
Yeah, same.
I wonder if he
I think we'd have a
can
goal
swap
by now.
him round.
It's hard, though, isn't it? Because one of Garnacho's chances was made by Rashford, so you can't have Rashford crossing it to Rashford.
Might be worth, if it's still 0-0 half time, just swapping over the first 10 minutes, see how it goes.
Yeah. Just want to see a bit from him, don't you? So I don't like Fred in there. I don't like Fred.
He almost caught that.
Can we get a book in there?
He almost caught that ball.
He's trying to. I think they're giving a free kick. We're not surely a booking. If they gave a free kick before he kicks him, doesn't he just fucking run through his head? Just having a word with him. He just booted him in the head. Or need him in the head.
He's got a very fat face, McKinney.
He has.
It's very spherical.
Yeah.
Jaden.
He's got the face of a much chubbier man, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes you see someone, you think you're surprised by how big their body is because of their face.
He's the opposite.
Yeah, you think, wow, you don't look as big as you are, but you would think he weighs about 300 pounds with that face.
He has a 300-pound face.
Yeah, my 300-pound face.
Yeah.
Not that the face itself weighs 300 pounds, but that it
That'd be
looks
impressive,
like
wouldn't it?
it would be attached to a body that does.
Yeah.
God.
Hope he's offside.
Nah, a bit of space here for Leeds.
What a challenge. Can we put a challenge in? It's a bit too easy for him to get it.
Dallo's got so much better at one-on-ones. He's got so much better over the years, over the last year. There's that Gnotto there. One of them, if he steps across his leg there, he might get something there, because he only touches the ball at the last second, doesn't he, Dallo? Corner to Leeds. Yeah, post.
Hold it.
Hooked away by Bruno.
Yeah, no one's there. Everyone back. Everyone understood that.
You see that a lot these days, don't you? It always seemed to be the case that you'd leave a striker up from a corner. Whereas you see a lot of teams now where everyone's inside
Challenge.
the 18-yard box.
What a challenge.
Don't you dare kick the ball out. Or you just heaved it instead.
There you go. Alden Martinez, great block that. Surely we're not talking about a penalty here.
You know, no, it's not. But they've lost another one.
Great tackle,
Yeah,
that. Great tackle.
It's a good tackle. It's not going to be a penalty, but that's going to hurt, though.
Yeah, of course it is. But
Yeah, he gets a few studs on the top of his foot, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's a great tackle.
Great tackle.
Yeah.
Had to time that. Looks like that goal that I wanted before half time's not happening.
No. Nah, but
we've
we're
got,
probably going to
got
be.
about 4 minutes.
Got to be minimum, yeah, probably 5 with the goal. Minimum 4, because the ball was out for 4 minutes, just from that one thing. The concussion got another minute now. You'd think it'd be 5 or 6. They're going to do this as much as they possibly can, though, aren't they? Anytime you're remotely hurt, stay down for 2 minutes, because they'll only add one on.
And he looks in genuine pain.
Yeah.
Get out. Just start.
Would you be looking to make any changes if you were Ten Hag, or keep it as it is?
I'd want Rashford to go back onto the left.
Yeah.
I think Garnacho's had a lot of opportunity, a lot of space, a lot of chances, and I feel like we've just missed that little bit of conviction down that side, because that's where our plays come. Because sometimes when you say all the players come on the side, it's like a positive for him, but I feel like it's just where we've got the most space.
Yeah.
And he's not like fully utilised it sometimes.
What do you think? Would you change anything, Dave?
I wouldn't bring anyone on, but like I said, if it's still 1-0 to Leeds, 10 minutes, start the half, just swap positions,
Yeah.
Rashford and Garnacho. see how it goes, and then if Rashford is doing well and Garnacho doesn't look great on the right, that's where you think about maybe changing Garnacho.
Yeah. See, it's tricking it with Garnacho because he's
Are
involved.
they gonna have to make?
So you almost want to.
Have they got to make 3 subs in the first half because of injury? Jesus.
It's like United versus Liverpool a few years ago. Remember that? 3 players came off. Or 2 came off, or 3 did, and then we ran out of subs. But Rashford was still injured and he couldn't come off.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
See,
Cool.
fucking hell, Ayling's winning that battle.
I know. Well, 1-on-1 he is, yeah. Garnacho's had a lot of space, hasn't he, at times? Non-toe coming back on.
Turns out he's fine.
Yeah.
Turn.
Bit of space. Tough this, isn't it? The game's felt like it's barely been playing for the last 5 or 10 minutes, hasn't it? It's been so scrappy and stop-start for... I knew that was coming. Win that. Well done. Who's fouled him? Why are you fouling him?
I hate stuff like
Got
this.
3 men round him. You
Such
don't
a
need to
silly
foul
foul.
him.
Fucking hell. Quality drop in the middle, man.
Fred's
killed us
tackled
today.
Shaw and their
Quality
player.
drop in the middle has killed us today.
Yeah. Is that correct with Leeds' points on there?
Yeah, as it stands.
Cool. Leeds up to 15th for this, as it stands. Good little flick there. Almost. See, that's what Bruno does, isn't it? Just sticking toes in all the time, and eventually it forces them into difficult passes and we win it back. And then we lose it again, but... Yeah, it's felt like the last 5-10 minutes, nothing, no... What was it, 8? 8 minutes, I think, stoppage time. Yeah.
So still plenty of time to try and get one.
Yeah. Oh, what a touch.
He's still got him again though, hasn't he?
Yeah, he's got him.
He's done well, Ailing. Not bad.
You know, that's where our best chances, best looks have come. There's nothing come down the right with Rashford.
No.
No.
They're just every single time anyone goes near one of their players,
I do think
they're down for 4 fucking minutes.
I do think he caught him, but he got the ball first.
Just get up, fuck me.
I would not kick the ball out.
We need.
It's not a head injury. It's not a serious injury. He's just hurt his leg a little bit. Come on. Just get over it. I'm glad the ref's not stopping it.
No, the ref won't. It's usually the players that do. The ref won't stop it for a
Head injury.
Head injury, yeah.
Whoa. Is that not a foul?
That is.
It's just Fred giving silly fouls away
Yeah.
again. Fucking hell, man. Oh.
He always does, doesn't he? Because he steps in anytime there's someone near him, he steps in. He doesn't know how to shield or jockey someone back. If the ball's near him, he's going for it.
Is it getting VAR, that tackle?
Nah, too much time has passed. It's been 20 passes since then, haven't they?
Don't know.
Is that the rule?
I think so, yeah.
It's not
Oh,
anything
it's
anyway.
nothing.
It's nothing.
Bollocks.
It's literally nothing. It's a hip-to-hip
Oh, it's
contact.
it's that in the neck.
No, that's not what's hurt him, though, is it? He was already planning on going down before that. They both go for the ball.
Martinez knows what he's doing there, though.
He does, but that's hip-to-hip, that. He's a dickhead, Bamford. That doesn't hurt him.
Martinez has 100% done that bit at the end on purpose.
But even then, there's not like a heavy collision with his head, though, is there? He doesn't kick him hard.
No, he's just trying to. Obviously, he's
He's
trying
just
to.
wasting time, isn't he?
No, I think he's just trying to get a decision.
I think he's trying to stop the play. He's so good, though, anymore. Leeds taking as long as they possibly can with everything.
Got 5 minutes yet. So.
Yeah. Took that throw from about 10 yards further forward than it was given. Here we go, bit of space. Oh, come on.
Just hoofing it. I just.
Win that. Hold on. That's better. Good pass, Martinez there. Nice.
Oh, go on.
Dallo. Oh.
I don't know why we don't cross the ball more.
We never do.
We seem like we really hate crossing the ball, and sometimes, like what Sabitzer is there, just get the ball in the area when people are gone in the box, and some stuff can happen.
Because you win so many second balls from crosses, especially if you're set around
That
the box.
looked
well.
like that was going right in the bottom corner. That from Dallo.
Yeah. Corner to United. Luke Shaw from the right hand side.
Go on.
Fred. Of course.
You're never ever gonna score him from
Not from the half volley. Decent cross that from Shaw. Goal kick to Leeds. Still 5 more minutes to go. 4 more minutes to go. No, 5. No, 4 more minutes to go.
4
In the first half, it's 4. I forgot how to count. Come on. Back to De Gea, who's had almost nothing to do except for the first 5 minutes. Yeah, could do with Casemiro in this, couldn't we? Or a striker.
Oh. It's just shite passes as well.
I know. Fred's passing is just woeful, isn't it?
Fred's not in a good game, has he?
Imagine how fast Varane would be if he could lift his knees. You know what I mean? He runs, he just shuffles across the ground because I don't know if it's injuries or just whatever, but he's still rapid.
Just fucking hell.
Well done.
I don't know, man. Just pass the ball back to the keeper. Fucking hell. We've got no trust in De Gea, man.
No one wants to pass it to him. In those positions where you know it's either me with a man on me or De Gea with someone pressing him.
You pass to the keeper and he'll go the other side, but you have no belief in him.
No. You know if that's Alisson in there, that Varane's passing to him there.
Literally.
No question. Or someone who's good with the ball at their feet. Hold on.
Oh my God. Who was that from? He's not even appealed, so he knows he's had a little dive.
It looked like one.
It looked like one, didn't it, from here? Where are we? The south stand or something? It's looking through our box.
No, the north stand.
Oh yeah, north stand. Sorry. Forgot. I can't remember which one it was now. So go across. Okay.
Oh, for fuck's sake! It's being very hard. Fucking hell,
Dreadful ball that.
He's outside the area.
No, there's no contact.
It's outside the area anyway.
He's outside the area. That's a fucking yellow card, that. He puts his foot across him, but there's no contact at all. Look at that. He's run across him to try and get contact. That's not a foul, remotely.
It's the fact it's out. The thing is, as soon as you seen it was outside the area. It was
touch. Way up. Fred with a touch on his right foot. Maybe
he's Brazilian.
Maybe he's right-footed. I wonder if he's ever tried it before. He thought, I'm left-footed, definitely. Have you ever tried right-footed? I won't need to. Left-footed.
Fucking hell,
you look a bit clumsy with that left foot. Try
give me a go.
I'm right-footed. I'm the best player in the world. 1 minute left in the first half. I don't see us getting a goal here, do you?
Nope.
Not in this half, anyway. We've not really made anything for the last 20 minutes, have we?
That's a foul, surely,
Come on. Move out the fucking way, you dickhead. Fucking idiot. They just
had no luck him, has he?
No, they're just going in so hard on everyone, aren't they, Leeds? As you'd expect. That one on with Bamford and Martinez, where they both hit each other in the hip. There's no way that didn't hurt Martinez a little bit, but you would not know at all, would you? It was quite heavy contact.
You do know it because that's why he kicked him in the throat.
Yeah, that's true.
Have a bit of that.
Half time, Manchester United 0, Leeds 1. Get your thoughts in the comments. I'll come to those in just a second. Ronaldo, give me your quick thoughts on that first half. Obviously, awful start. What did you
just never got out the races. Passing's been sloppy. Looked like we've proper struggled at times with Leeds press and energy as well. Midfield area, there's a huge drop off in quality from Casemiro and Eriksen.
Yeah.
Sabitz's first full debut in the Premier League, and Fred has been quite terrible. Bruno's been at his erratic best as well, with a couple of good moments. All the play and space and time and opportunities come down Garnacho's side, but he's not capitalised on it. And Rashford's been non-existent on the right, just not the same player on there. Weghorst has a couple of good bits of hold-up play, but other than that, he's been quite a little bit of a passenger as well. Don't know if that's to do with service, not enough crosses into the box.
Yeah.
And I think at the back, we've looked a little bit vulnerable at times as well when they've gone forward. But I do look at Leeds as a side. I don't know if they'll keep the same tempo going, but I think if we get a goal, we could nick it. But we are lacking some serious cutting edge at the moment.
Yeah.
And I don't think injuries and suspensions are doing us in this game, because I think the players that will make a huge difference. If Anthony's here, then we get Rashford in them positions that Garnacho's been found in, and I think Rashford does more than what Garnacho's been able to. You've got Casemiro and Eriksen. I think they deal much better with this style of game. I think we're losing that little bit of ball progression through the middle, and we're struggling to get up the pitch. It's all going down wide areas where they're forcing us to, and they're getting the challenges and nicks in as well.
Yeah. Tricky first half, that, innit?
Yeah, it looked like we're panicking a lot of the time. I mean, how many times it was the ball in the air, and it's like 4 or 5 consistent headers from player to player rather than getting it down and playing. I thought Garnacho, first half of the half, played some good stuff. He got in. He probably had our best chance.
Yeah, best 2 chances.
Yeah. But I agree with what Ronnie says. I think I would like to see Rashford there. Maybe, like I said earlier, switch him over. If Rashford's performing on the left and Garnacho isn't on the right, maybe then bring on someone like Sancho, because he has been warming up from the start.
Yeah.
Defensively, it's been we've had to make some not last-ditch challenges, but challenges that need to be made, where we're not as casual and just playing it forward as we should do.
It's not as composed as it
No,
has
no,
been,
not
is it?
that's the word. But it's and that right at the end, when they just like Varane had the ball and we're just giving it away, rather than give it to De Gea, I just hate to see it. This is why I said before the game about De Gea he's way past his peak. He's not one of the top goalkeepers anymore, because if we had a top goalkeeper, he'd pass it back to him and no worry about it, and we'll move on. All in all, I think we have looked the better team. I think we've created more chances. We've just got to get that goal. I think once we get 1, we get 2. But it is getting that goal.
Yeah. Jay and Jay's adopted son Benjamin, Jay and Joe's, says, David, Ronaldo, Joe, how are you? Second half, we need to step up. I know Jay's pissed off right now. Ten Hag will set them straight in the break. Let's go. The first half, it was horrible, wasn't it? Let's be honest, it was just horrible. Like, Leeds came out immediately, flying at United, getting the goal that they, I wouldn't say deserve, but that they would have been. That start for them was exactly what they had planned, wasn't it? Push them high, win the ball back when they're trying to play it in through the middle, and hit shots early, and that's what they did. The goal, obviously, 56 seconds in. What they've done a good job of, Leeds, and I'll give them credit, is they've stopped United having possession, or not having possession. We've had a lot of possession, but they've made it bitty. They've made it horrendous. The whole game, every single time we've had any space or any time, or the game has been allowed to flow and to play, United have made chance after chance. Anytime the ball is in play, we look really dangerous. But Leeds have done a really good job of making the ball basically be out for a throw-in, or we're stopping because there's an injury here, he's offside, he's fouled, he's hurt himself. The ball's barely been in play for the whole first half, and we had that really good spell where Garnacho had a few good chances. I think Varane had that sort of headed chance behind him. Sabitzer hit one into the top corner that was saved. We had that spell for about 15 minutes, from sort of 15 to 30 minutes where we did really well, or 10 to sort of 25 minutes, sorry. But after that, it felt like the ball was out the whole time. Like, I'd love to see the stats on how much of the time the ball was even in play in that first half, because they just made it awful. Similar in the sort of way to what Newcastle do in the big games, where they're just high intensity, not as pressing and as attacking as Leeds have, not as attacking, but just like you're watching a game thinking, have we even had the ball for the last 20 minutes? Like, what's happened? It feels like an American football game where every time you look up, the ball's out of play. Someone's down, someone's stopped, the ref's checking his earpiece. Like, they've just made it a really physical, horrible, bitty, scrappy game. So you've got to give them some credit, to be honest.
Even if it was 0-0, you still feel the same way, because it's just been...
It's been so scrappy, hasn't it? Like, Leeds have just doing what Leeds do. Spawn, I'm not going to read the second part of that, has said, too many bad passes, trying the complicated splitting pass and it's not coming off. Someone says Rashi really not in the game, need to switch him to the left and bring on Sancho. Guitar Man 84, we are totally out of ideas. Need to get Rashford onto the left. Swap Garnacho for Sancho. Garnacho is being bullied by Ayling. Weghorst is our striker, but we can't pass to him. To be fair, I don't think Weghorst has obviously had a great game. I don't think he's a great player, but I think some of his hold-up play has been okay.
I don't think he's playing as a striker. He is playing as that guy, hold up, and then everyone else comes off him.
That's the problem, though. Obviously, what he's bringing in terms of hold up is decent and that, but when you're playing up front for Manchester United, it needs to be a bit more than that. Weghorst was never someone that was meant to be bringing in starting week in, week out for us. And unfortunately, that's what's happening. Weghorst was never, ever meant to be more than an alternative option backup, because we were desperate for a striker at the end of in the January transfer window.
Yeah,
he's not someone that long-term or short-term was meant to be a starting striker. So I feel like it's unfair to even criticise him, because he's never been that calibre of player. It's just, unfortunately, obviously the recruitment or whatever, and obviously Martial's lack of fitness and so on, is led to the fact that he's got to start up front week in, week out for us.
And also the fact that Ronaldo threw his toys out the pram and ran off. Like, that doesn't help either, when your star striker who's on 500 grand a week goes, I can't be arsed with this anymore. And then your only striker is a number 9 who's missed more games than he's played through injury this season. And Weghorst, like, I'm not blaming Weghorst for that, it's not his fault. Not that you were either, but that's just the state we're in, isn't it? Looking at the team there, looking at the players on the bench, what changes are you making, if any, Dave, in the second half?
Like I say, I'd like to swap Garnacho and Rashford over 10 minutes. If Garnacho isn't performing on the right, bring on Sancho. And then looking at the bench there, what else can you do, really?
I know.
I mean, you got someone like Iqbal and Mainu, but you're not going to swap out Fred. And
we've got about a combined 8 Premier League goals on the bench there. How many did Sancho score last season? 6? 5? 4? Like, literally.
I think Sancho's scored 8 in total for United since he's arrived.
In all competitions?
In all competitions.
Right.
I think last time I looked at his stats, he's got 8 in 54.
What, Heaton's not going to come on, Lindelof's not going to come on, Maguire isn't, Malacia, Sancho...
Malacia could? Maybe? Could we do something with that? Put Shaw on the... But Dallow's not been bad. Literally, it is Sancho, isn't it? Sancho's done.
I wouldn't mind.
Played a lot of minutes.
I wouldn't mind seeing Sancho or Pellistri just at some point. I think Garnacho needs to be taken off so Rashford can play there. So this is the frustrating part. You think because Rashford's probably the better player, he can adjust to the right wing better.
Yeah.
But having Rashford in the form that he's in, scoring from the left,
and
then having to kind of take him away from that to accommodate an 18-year-old coming in, because obviously the lack of options. And that's what you get, because Ayling's basically had his way with Garnacho. Obviously, Garnacho's had little sprightly moments, but I think Ayling's made him look like an 18-year-old kid today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. It's one of them, innit, where weirdly he's been our most dangerous player, but also probably our least creative player, if you know what I mean. He's been on the end of things, but whenever he's been on the ball with a man in front of him, Aylin's kind of, done what he wanted, really, hasn't he? Which is a shame.
I think he's been fortunate not to be booked. I think I've brought him down a couple of times,
Yeah.
but he's always had the better of him. Would Rashford do any better? I think that's why we need to swap him over and just see. I wouldn't take Alanga off. Not Alanga, sorry, Garnacho off right now.
No,
because if it is exactly the same with Rashford on that side, it means that he's obviously performing, but to the same ability. But the moment you make that first change, that's it then.
Yeah, someone up there said they're glad Ronaldo's left this
corrupt club.
Are you a United fan or are you a Ronaldo fan? I don't know. What's that? If he's a Ronaldo fan, then he's just basically follow and support Al Nassr.
Yeah. Probably. That's what I would be doing if I was a Ronaldo fan. If you look at the shots in the first half, United's 11 to Leeds' 3 shots on target to their 2.
Can you read that in a minute?
69% possession to Manchester United. Yeah, I can read that.
I know he was bilingual.
83% pass completion to Leeds, 61%, which is obviously Leeds have done nothing really, have they? They've had one shot and a bit of a header at the back post. But it's been exactly what they wanted, though, isn't it?
This is a problem when you're at home against a team struggling. You give them a goal in a minute.
Yeah,
gives them house money.
Yeah,
it gives them a little bit of an incentive to work a little bit harder to keep it, and then they can literally just sit back for the rest of the game.
Yeah, it's the worst possible start for United, and obviously not come back from that yet. Give us your thoughts in the comments. Then, what are you expecting from the second half? Will United come back? Can we win the game? I mean, we can obviously win the game, but we need to get a goal. And for the last 20 minutes of that half, we haven't really looked like getting one, have we? That's the problem.
No, we haven't.
No, it's ridiculous. Collective AU says Weghorst is our striker, but we can't pass to him. Thoughts?
Looks like it. Looks like I very much agree with that, to be honest.
How come, by the way, that I assume there was more than one game on tonight because this isn't on TV? Why is there only one game and it's not on telly? That's rare, isn't it? United versus Leeds as well. I suppose, is it because it was rearranged after the TV fixtures were announced? Yeah. Is that what it is? Even so, you'd think they'd just go, that game, we'll have that as well. Like, it doesn't really make any sense.
I don't know if that's how it works for them.
Like, obviously it doesn't, but you'd think it would. Yeah, shocking. Just looking, we're looking at the sort of the table and thinking about the injuries we've got. Eriksen set to be out till potentially April, I think was the word at the time, 2 or 3 months. Casemiro's going to miss the next Leeds game and the Leicester game as well.
Yeah.
Van der Beek probably out to for the rest of the season. McTominay undetermined length of time as well. What has that first half told you about how these next 2 or 3 weeks are going to go?
It's going to be tough. All right, Casemiro without him, it looks like it is a bigger issue than we even thought. The stats suggested that.
Yeah.
Apparently, we lost 3 of the 4 games that Casemiro hasn't played in this season, and in the other 33 that he's played in, we've lost just as many.
Yeah.
So it shows how important Casemiro is to the side, and obviously, I think we could probably. If you play Leeds again, obviously, on Sunday, I'm sure that we could get a victory. From what I've seen so far, I think we've got a little bit of a sucker punch to begin with, and we look like we're struggling a bit. And I think it's the whole manager bounce that they've got might wear off by then. But I think playing against a Leicester, they have enough quality players where if we're not at it, we could drop points against them too. And then we kind of stumbling into a League Cup final.
Yeah.
That's what concerns me.
Yeah, we don't want that. Fergal McClements with a super chat says, not a great game to have Fred in midfield. He's so panicky without Casemiro. And thoughts on Sabitzer? Thoughts on Sabitzer, Dave?
I think he's done all right, to be honest.
He's been meh.
Yeah,
do you know what I mean?
He's had a couple of shots. He's been in the right positions. He's just been lurking when we've been going forward. Been lurking just on the edge of the box. I think
in a weird way, he almost looks like he suffered from playing alongside Fred. I think. Fred works hard, he gives you a lot. But I think he seems to play better when he's part of a 3 where he's got other 2 midfielders to kind of adjust to him so he can be almost let off a leash a little bit more. I think when Fred's in a midfield pivot, he's too weak in too many areas to kind of to have, and that's the pretty much the issue. Personally, I think I wouldn't like to play alongside Fred.
No.
I think he's sometimes a little bit gun-ho. His positional discipline isn't great. He's rash in a tackle. He's not technically sound. I don't know.
Other than that, though, he's great.
You know what I mean? I think you'd be filled with more confidence playing next to Casemiro.
Yeah.
I think, as I said, Fred can only play in the midfield three, I reckon, where you give him the kind of lapdog job of chasing their best player and being a nuisance.
You need someone who's really positionally excellent alongside him.
Yeah.
I think Bruno's the same. He is helped by that because he can be quite sort of just sprint after
That's
it.
mad what I just said though. Like literally, a Manchester United footballer in midfield, his best attribute is just being a nuisance.
Yeah.
That's worrying.
He is a professional pain in the arse, isn't he? That's what he does.
Yeah.
But yeah, in these sorts of games where you need someone to sort of get their foot on the ball, be composed, find the pass, he's not that guy, is he? Yeah, Rashford on the left, Garnacho on the right, as it looks anyway. Starting this second half, we're about to kick off. United shooting towards the Stretford end. Weghorst's just taking his time getting back inside our half. There we go. Kicking off. Score prediction, Dave?
Might be 2-1 now.
Yeah, probably 2-1. I think we score this half, but I don't know, man. I feel like from what I've seen, Leeds scare me in terms of thinking he can just nick a fluky second goal.
Yeah.
Well, they've not really done much. Well, made De Gea work or anything since they've scored, have they?
No. They might do it, though.
He's another one
Well,
I saw, so I think the lows look rusty as fuck as well.
You think?
He has. He's not looked at his best, but he's still looked good.
I think he's been okay. Yeah, I don't think he's done much wrong.
He's been rusty.
There's too much space there inside the
They
United's
just
box.
absolutely tore
Pulling
through.
it back. Fred with a little back heel out for a corner. Fucking hell. That was too easy there. That pass, wasn't it? One pass and you threw into our, basically, penalty box. Not basically, it was the penalty box. Good covering from Fred there, because that's going straight to their player otherwise. Somerville, I think it was, in the middle. Ten Hag not even got back to his chair yet, and Leeds have almost scored.
He's going to tell him.
Not really pushing out, are we?
No.
Started scrappy again, isn't it?
Yeah. They're just clipping balls out to the wingers, aren't they? Win that, Bruno.
Instead of just like giving a glance look and just pushing him, why don't you just try and fucking win the ball there?
Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Hold on.
Fucking jump with him and try and head the ball away.
Leeds doing well there. Good block there. Let's get over for a corner. All Leeds so far. First 2 minutes. Somerville getting in there. Good block from Fred. But that header there, that from their player, Rashford didn't challenge for it, and it just was basically putting one-on-one with Dalot, didn't it? Corner to Leeds. Look at them. Everyone crowding De Gea. There's about 14 players inside the 6-yard box there.
You would do
De
that.
Gea
wouldn't
comes
you?
out.
Shit.
Lost the ball. Luckily, I think it was Sabitzer there, wasn't it? Fair tackling. Fucking keep the ball. Fucking hell! Can someone just pass the ball? 3 minutes into the second half, and we can't put two fucking passes together, and they've scored again. Because of course they fucking have. We can't put two passes together there. 2-0 to Leeds. Is it a Varane own goal? Yeah. Ball being pulled back from the goal line. Just fucking shit from United. We get the ball out of our penalty box. No one pushes out to it. Garnacho passes it against their player twice.
See fucking wins you now.
We're not winning this now. We'll be lucky to get a fucking draw. The second half, we've been fucking shit. Garnacho trying to dribble through 8 Leeds players inside his own box, inside his own half. That's not possible. You've got to try and give the ball away there. And Varane just fucking side foots it into his own goal. Fuck me.
He's not going to get that handball as
well. Of course he's not.
A bit of a ricochet in it.
It's a lucky goal, that, for God's sake. Garnacho's got to do better there. You can't give the ball away. He gives it away twice. He gives it away once and gets lucky. He gets it back straight away again. Second time, gives it away again. And they've deserved that, to be honest, because it's a lucky finish, and obviously Varane's tiniest toe inch on that puts it past De Gea. But United have done nothing in the second half. We're 1-0 down and we've come out like we're fucking 5-0 up. Yeah, you have corner after corner after corner. We're not going to do anything. That's their ball, surely.
It's just
Sabitzer can't control the fucking
panicky,
ball.
innit? It's just...
You just give him that extra
Oh, it's Vego, sorry.
spark of energy as well.
You've just not seen us look calm, have you?
No, it's just collapsed. All his bones have been removed from his body. We're not going to win this. Absolutely no chance. Would you take a draw now, Dave?
No, I'll take it.
Yeah,
Any
fuck me.
sort of points.
Take a draw, but I don't know, man.
Be lucky if we get that.
I don't think we will.
It's just shite, innit?
Yeah, awful. It's like we've gone, oh no, someone's come to Old Trafford and they're sort of taking us on a bit and they're being a bit nasty to us. We don't know what to do with that. Why? So fucking annoying as well. This. Oh my god, Dallo, get your fucking studs on, man. Slipping over. Garnacho slipped over about 4 times in the first half. Yeah, it is. Just put a bit of grease on the floor in that back corner. We need to sort our shit out here, United. And it can't just be the case that every time Casemiro doesn't play, we lose. What's that? Like we've never had Casemiro at the club until this season. We didn't just fucking lose every week. Like all of these players have played for Man United and won games last season. I know we were shit, but Jesus Christ. Oh, Casemiro's not playing, so we're allowed to lose. That is pathetic. Come on. Still a chance here, but we've got to do something. Look at that. Just press them, give it away. They do something. We can't do anything about it. Then they press us and we give the ball away again. Every time Fred passes to someone, they have to control it with their chest. Every single time. He can't make a ball to feet. He's clipping it. Like that's a 5-yard pass and he's clipping it up to someone's chest.
Great defensive man. Yes, for on ball.
Oh, there he goes again, just diving in.
Ailing's had a game and a half, hasn't he? Fuck me. Made him look like Cafu. Have you checked your phone for the score?
No.
Oh.
Yes.
Definitely did.
No, I didn't.
Go on.
Got to be 20 yards offside there.
Yeah. Ten Hag out there screaming at everyone, telling them what to do. It's not a handball anyway, is it? Come on. I think it's Garnacho's hand, if anything.
So they
But it's not going to be handball anyway because
No.
it's only if they play with scores the goals handballs, isn't it?
Yeah. Unless it's like blatant. But if it's an accidental one, which that obviously was, he'll be so mad, Ten Hag, won't he? You go in 1-0 down at half time and the first thing you do for the first 5 minutes of the second half is just be shit. Can't put a pass together, can't do anything. Playing with less energy than them. Just fucking move, fathead. He's just being a time-wasting knobhead as well, McKennie, isn't he?
Luke Shaw will get a buck in here as well.
He's been a cunt all game.
Yeah. Doing really well at it though, isn't he?
It's a foul. Just stand
I don't
up
understand why
and
he's still
piss
playing
off.
on.
Like, what are you putting your hands up for? It's not your hands. You're kicking the ball when they're trying to take a free kick, dickhead. Oh, my hand. Well, I wasn't using my hand, so I must not have been interfering with play. Shut up. These are the worst games, aren't they? When you don't get like outclassed, you just get out-twatted.
Yeah.
Hate losing games like this.
Then again, if he makes a good pass.
Yeah.
It's mad though, because they've gone forward like 3-4 times in the game, but whenever they do it, they look a lot more incisive than we do.
Yeah. Good baller behind, great tackle, Martinez. He's just fucking right good.
Mint, isn't he?
Yeah.
Good player.
Come on then now. We need players to make themselves available. There's no one on here, look.
You know what's going to affect us as well in this running, if it gets tight, is our goal difference is so bad.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ,
Come on,
what
Marcus.
a ping by Wiggles.
Good idea. You can see why I did it, because
It's
the
taken
goalie...
him 10 minutes though to do anything attacking wise.
Yeah. Great touch, Rush, for that. I can hear that, by the way. I know you're trying to be quiet, but I can hear
What do
you.
you say?
I think, assuming they said Sancho's going to come on. Sancho and Pellistri are about to come on, but that's probably going to happen in about 8 minutes.
Can I reckon he won't take Rashford? I think he takes Weghorst off. I think
Yeah,
I think
put
he puts
Rashford up front.
top.
Me too. Come on. Oh. Just give the ball to Varane and hope he doesn't lose it, innit? Basically, is our defence's tactic at the minute. It's like a good pass. Yeah.
It's mad to think I thought this would be easy.
No. For once,
Oh,
Jesus Christ. I mean, to be fair, I'm often quite conservative with my predictions, but I couldn't see a world where this game would be anything other than... I knew we'd be 2-0 down, but I knew it'd be this type of performance.
I won't be surprised if they get a player sent off. They're just lunging in.
They're just being knobheads, but that's why it's working.
it's working brilliantly.
If they get a player sent off, we definitely aren't winning. Because they'll sit back and we won't be able to break them down. Although actually, they are bad at defending when they actually have to defend, aren't they? They just do a good job of never having to defend. But when they're actually expected
They press
to defend,
decently
they're
well.
shit. Yeah, they press
Brilliant,
well,
they're brilliant at
and
it.
they break the game up. So we actually never get the ball in their final third because we do this. We pass it around our defence, and as soon as we get into the edge of their final third, they foul us. Literally happens every single time. So look, you get into their final third, they foul you every fucking time. That's what they do.
Yeah.
They don't let you get near their 18-yard box because they foul you. That worked well, that didn't it? I made a point,
You
and
know what?
immediately
And it happened
they
right
did
in front
it.
of you, right?
God, I'm good.
Get that into a short, clip it up.
Yeah. I mean, no, not if we lose.
Why Manchester United lost and it's not, you'll just do it.
Yeah. It's an obvious tactic though, isn't it? Don't let them get near our box because we're shit at defending. So keep them 35, 40 yards out. If they get closer than that, foul them. They'll put a ball in the box. They'll get a half chance, miss it, and we go again. There you go. And they can pump it forward.
It's a poor ball though.
Well
wasn't
done,
it?
Rashford.
Couldn't beat the first man. It was just a shit header by him.
It was a crap cross. Yeah. The news that we heard about 25 minutes ago: Sancho and Pellistri coming on.
It's literally every man behind the ball now, isn't it, for Leeds?
Yeah. Just give it to Varane and hope he can do something. There we go. Garnacho.
It's weird. It's like first half, he was on the left, everything went through him, and he seems to be playing on the right now. He's How often has Rashford had the ball, really?
Hardly at all. Go for a space finally. Decent cross, that Rashford. Shocking volley. He didn't know whether to come across it or side.
All the best times that we've had an opportunity this game has come from crosses, and we
Yeah.
never do it.
Yeah. Right, here we go. Sancho and Pellistri coming on. Who's that for then? 27. Weghorst coming off. Yeah, it's going to be Rashford up front, isn't it? Unless he's unwell or something, Rashford. But Sancho on for Weghorst. And Garnacho off for Pellistri. Been a bit of a frustrating one for Garnacho, hasn't it? Some like sparks of...
No, he's not been great.
We still had our best two chances.
Yeah.
It's like a young player performance, like no consistency within the actual match, but he shows glimpses, but sometimes it's not enough. Because he's got in our best areas, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's how long do you want to keep it in the air for?
Well done, Jaden. That's better. This is better. That is the worst pass I've ever seen in my entire life.
Fred's dropped an absolute stinker. hasn't he?
Yeah. Back to Varane.
I'm sick of seeing his hands in the air. Do you know what I mean? That's the one. I say it every time I come on here. He's always apologising.
Dallo with a cross in. Headed away. Well done, Martin. Unlucky.
Oh, it looked like he got the nick, but don't foul.
Back to Varane. Feels like all I've seen in this game is Raphael Varane looking for a pass.
I think they've done it tactically.
Yeah.
They let the centre halves have it, but then blocked off all the other lines.
Sancho on the left. Fred in behind, that's good. Cross it, that's better. Better already, that. Good from Fred there.
Movement a little bit late, though.
Yeah.
Back to Bruno.
Tough first game for Sabitzer this as well, innit? If you think of...
It's going to be fucking horrible for him.
Yeah, just a horrible, scrappy game. Like again, imagine he's playing alongside Casemiro. It's such a different expectation of a performance from him, innit? Instead, you play next to Fred. That's all right.
He did all right. I look like it was there.
Yeah, it's Pellistri on the right, Sancho on the left, Rashford through the middle.
There's been twice though. I don't know whether both times passes to Pellistri's gone astray because he's made the wrong movement.
Yeah.
The Fred one was a bad pass, but it was almost like Pellistri was running into the defender, and then you don't know why he was running towards. Do you know what I mean? But anyway, been a couple moments here, looking like we could nick something, but I think we need to nick a goal quick if we're going to get anything from this.
Not work the keeper at all, though.
No, not second half. I don't think we got a shot, have we? Certainly not. Well, Rashford had that one that he's
not
pulled wide.
Collect it from across or anything.
No. Been a bit better though. Last few minutes, we've managed to penetrate that little line.
What's the issue? Obviously, we talk about Anthony and his lack of going 1v1 and that, but what he's brilliant at is keeping the ball.
Yeah.
Very tight.
I think he does a lot of good stuff.
He's very tidy in possession. He helps us keep the ball a lot. Do you know what I mean?
I don't think he's been a great player, but I think he's done a lot of good
that
things.
way, surely.
Yeah.
He's done well there, Pellistri. If he can keep the ball, he's done really well there. Great cross. Go on, Rashford. Go on!
Go on!
Yes! Come on! Fucking hell! Don't cross it to the 6'6" guy. Cross it to Marcus Rashford. And he'll score. Fucking proper goal.
Rashford's a target man.
He's a target man. Well done, Pellistri.
He did brilliant.
He did really well. Was that Dallo with the cross?
Yeah, it was a good play.
Rashford winning headers against centre-backs.
Good play initially by Sabitzer as
that.
well, turning out there.
Yeah, he does really well here.
Obviously,
this is brilliant from Pellistri. Rolls his man and then's got the speed to get there first. Pulls it back to Dallo. Great cross first time. And from there...
That's a great header.
Who is that? Who is that?
Marcus Rashford.
That is not Marcus Rashford.
Okay, no.
Oh, what a big goal that is. Come on!
Wonderful.
Honestly... This is like wait, does that come off the defender?
No.
No.
Clean.
It's a clean centre of the forehead. Beating his man in the air. Striker's header from Marcus Rashford. That's 3 of them.
Leeds have made their 9th sub of the game.
Yeah, no, I don't understand that.
That's 4. He didn't come off the third one.
I think they get an extra one, don't they, for the concussion?
Oh dear.
Is that correct? Are they getting that for this game? Yeah. They will get that, yeah. So I think that's actually one of their 4th sub anyway, isn't it?
Yeah, maybe just play him down the middle from now on.
Yeah, Rashford. Well, the problem is he'd played on the wings, especially while Sancho was out. Maybe now you can make that case.
Sancho and Anthony, maybe.
Yeah, now Sancho's back.
Sancho was
come on.
His left wing really, and if that's where he was at Dortmund.
Oh, come on.
Pussyfoot in there, Fred. Fucking hell. It's what you're meant to be good for.
See, that's
days.
not a foul either. That's just fucking Twatford, isn't it, on the floor as well?
Fucking hell, man. Fred's been Leeds' best player.
No, it's not Bamford either. It's just come on. It's shit that from Fred, innit? All you see is the foul, which is a foul. He needs the inside.
It's just clumsy, though, innit? Like it's
but
not.
Before
not
that, he had the ball twice, couldn't get rid of it. Have you seen? We've scored, and immediately Leeds have just gone, "Oh, we'll just press you really hard again."
Yeah,
and as soon as they do, we look shit. I don't know
you
why
what
they
you
stop.
look from a big team or a good team or a serious team is you've scored back now. You're at home now. We put the pressure on.
Yeah.
Next 25 minutes, just relentless.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, but that's sounding provocative. But anyway, we're on
Next
the back.
25 minutes. What we doing?
We're on the back foot straight.
Yeah. That's what we need to be doing.
Yeah.
I get you. Yeah. And instead, it's them that De Gea stood so far over there. I can see this hitting the top corner or the outside of the post.
Fuck's sake.
Fred is a mockery of a footballer, isn't he? He's an absolute joke.
And he tried to foul him again.
He's had an absolute nightmare there.
Fucking hell, feet by this guy though.
When he's being pressed, and he's not doing the pressing, Fred is shambolic at times, isn't he? Honestly, unbelievable that. He needs to fucking sort his head out. Someone needs to be screaming at him
How
there.
we scored back at home and then immediately we just get pinned back.
Yeah, immediately
And
they're
all
the
of us.
ones with all the momentum.
Fucking right.
That has to be the worst wall
Yeah,
I have ever seen. Oh my god!
literally, there's 4 people in the wall, and the wall as the jump goes like that, and the ball goes straight through the middle at waist height.
That ball literally. Oh,
If that ball ends up in the back of the net, David De Gea would be. Well, I don't know if he
that
would.
ball
His
literally
goalie needs to be
He'd go
slapping
like
that
that.
wall there.
That's
that ball literally looks like match fixing.
What are we doing?
It's De Gea trying to do
Was that De Gea?
what he's not capable of, which was like.
What a great way to keep Leeds pressing us back.
Give it him straight back.
Just boot it straight down the pitch to him. We, like you said, we've scored, and you'd think they just scored to make it 2-1. We're getting giddy now, aren't we? We're getting nervous and we're getting giddy. And we think we've got to find
This
the
has
perfect
been
pass from
fucking hell, man.
our own box.
He was surrounded by 2 of his own players.
Football,
Just keep
yeah.
going down that side.
Football in the last 2 minutes have been scary. We look all over.
Even
the
if you
place.
win this, it's been a shocking game.
Yeah. Oh, Sabitzer. Come on, Fred. Keep the ball. Risky that from Bruno.
Fucking,
Yeah,
he
it's
does it
not-
all the
it's not-
time,
It's not
though.
really the area to do that. Come on, Sanch, jump up if you can. Oh,
Halen.
no, he's capable as well. I've seen him score a few bangers from there.
Did he score against us?
I think he scored a scream against us last
Yeah.
time he was at Old Trafford, but I've seen him do it against Arsenal as well.
I didn't see that on Sancho. Was it a foul? I know he didn't give it, but... Crap shot, really, in the end, isn't it, that? Come on now. They've done well there, Leeds. Again, I hate praising them, but they've completely nullified any momentum we might have got from that goal. That was good
Yeah,
from Dallo.
brilliant from Dallo,
One of the
yeah.
slowest stepovers I've ever...
That's bad, man.
I've never seen someone hit a cross 4 times harder than they needed to before. I've seen like overhit. He hit that 4 times harder than it needed to. That almost went out the stadium, that. Chris Armour
Fucking hell,
playing
still
noughts and crosses.
Can't get rid of the AirPod.
They've got 3 caretaker managers managing for this game. Is that legal? How is that allowed? 3 managers? I thought you only allowed 1.
Co-managers.
Yeah. You've heard of player manager. What about manager? We've got 3.
Team leader.
Yeah.
And managers.
Assistant to the regional manager. Come on now. You'd never think United had just scored, would you? Holding on. Come on. Same tactic again. Give it to Varane. I hope he can do something. So they've got 2 options. They've got like 2 methods, haven't they, Leeds? One is the one we saw up until we scored, which is sit back inside on the edge of your own box, and as soon as they get into the final third, you foul them. The other one is press really hard, which is what they were doing up until they got 2-0 up, and they've gone back to it, and it works. Like, if they just press us really high, we can't do anything.
Okay, now Martinez has been the only, he's been the only guy that's turned up.
He did well there, Sancho, because he had 3 men around him.
Oh, go on.
Oh, tentative that.
Go on, Dallo. Sancho did really well there to find Rashford, because he had 3 men around him and he found that ball into the box. That's better.
A little bit tentative from Bruno there, though.
Yeah. It's a good pass, that. And Rashford does so well there.
Could he have chopped that?
What's going on here then, ref?
Fuck off.
Are we getting a penalty or what?
There's a penalty appeal.
Penalty appeal from United.
But he doesn't look, you can tell it doesn't look hella strong, the appeals, so he probably doesn't think it's a pen. He could tell it's, you could automatically tell it's not a pen, innit?
Yeah.
Just by the reactions.
No chance.
It's just a bounce, it's just a body bounce, really. It'd be a foul outside the box, but it wouldn't be a pen.
Yeah, he never gave him a penalty for that.
Yeah, he didn't extend his leg or nothing.
Well, go on, Luke. Well done. Good width from Sancho. Back to Shaw, inside the box, pulls it across. Sancho, go on, lad. Yes! Come on!
That's back!
Fucking Sancho as well. Good lad. He's looked good since he came on as well. 2-2. Fuck off!
Fucking win this now.
20 minutes. Fuck off, Leeds. Oh!
How have we scored 2 goals?
I don't know. We've only had 3 shots. No, we haven't. We've had quite a lot of shots, actually.
That'll sting that, sorry.
Go on, give us a stinger. Hit me. Sting me. Sting me. Yes!
Okay, now don't hurt yourself.
Oh, I'm so fucking
Don't hurt
excited.
yourself.
I
did shoulders this morning.
Did you? Yeah, it really hurt my hand, actually. Your steel shoulders.
Yeah.
Lovely finish that from Sancho.
Okay,
really good stuff as well. Good penetrative pass into the box to Luke Shaw.
Don't know what Meslier's doing there.
He's got men crossing in front of him like that, and he can't see what's going on.
Nah, he's got a bet on him by the looks of it.
Good touch from Sancho. Like you said, pretty tame shot really, but because of how...
Oh, shit, no way.
This could be 4-2 either way, this game, couldn't it, still? We come back from the replay of United's goal to Leeds crossing the ball into an empty box with no United defenders in it. Jesus Christ. Yeah, look, the goalie can't see shit there, can he?
Nah.
I feel like if Meslier saves that, I think Pelestri taps it in.
Maybe.
There was like 2 of our forwards on the right side of him if he actually got decent contact on that. Probably was scoring either way.
Yeah. Sancho giving it that as well. Good on you.
I hope we don't think the job's not done. Surely you're 20 yards offside there.
Well done, David.
That's the same
just as I was saying, Martin has been our best player.
Yeah, he's been brilliant again, hasn't he? Yeah, he's just excellent all the time, isn't he?
Yeah.
I know he'll make a mistake at some point, but it feels like he's just phenomenal.
We don't have to go win it straight away. We've got 20 minutes.
No. Yeah, but you should rather get a goal. Because I still think if we do get another...
No, but I mean as in going gung-ho and then possibly getting another one at the end, scored against you.
I almost worry that if we score soon, we'll sit back and Leeds will score again. Because we look terrible defensively. Whenever they try to attack us, they make chances.
It's mad, isn't it? You'd say we look terrible defensively, but Martinez has been our best player.
Yeah, and Varane's been good as well.
Yeah.
I know he scored no goal, but he's been excellent. But just they get to our defence so quickly with God.
Fred setting up their counter attacks again.
I know. Just stop doing things you aren't capable of doing.
I reckon when the ball goes out of play, he'll put his hands up and apologise. Wait for it. Ball goes out, you'll see it.
Yeah, come on then. No.
I mean, it's a shite ball.
It's better to overhit those.
Fred?
Look, there he is. Yeah. There it is. The apology. The Fred special.
There's no one else you can bring on, though.
No.
You can't really bring Maino on in a game like this.
No.
He hit the wrong pass there,
Yeah.
for sure. I think Rashford was in.
Was it? What, instead of going to Sancho, you mean?
Yeah. I think Rashford was goal side, like near the box. I think he could have got the better of the defender.
Go on, down. Whoa. It's a good Good pass. Well done.
100 mile an hour at him though, wasn't it?
Yeah, corner to United. Sancho's looked good since he's come on.
Yeah.
Been involved quite a lot.
Yeah, I think the Palestri-Sancho sub changed the game.
Yeah. Did we get both goals after that, or was it just the one?
Surely they haven't got another sub left.
Yeah, they've
You don't get an extra sub for getting kicked in the ball.
Yeah, I was
going
gonna say I don't think he's coming off though. I thought he was actually injured, but he's just got a little bit of a knock in the ball.
Scratchy bollock.
Yeah, kills them.
Come on. They'll be shitting it a bit now, Leeds, as well, won't they?
Yeah.
Hard to know what to do if you're them, innit? Do we try and... I mean, they'd have taken a draw before the game, so do they try and hold on for it, or do they fight back because they think they've got a chance?
If you were them, you'd try and go for it because, like you say, we've not been great.
Yeah. Can't even blame
He
Dallo
balls
for
like
that.
that. I don't know though.
I can't blame him for that because the header from Fred is
I know,
bouncing
but
at
surely
him.
there's something better than that.
Maybe, yeah. Win that, you gotta win that. Fucking hell. It's a good pass, that. No, it's so
It is a foul,
obvious,
isn't
isn't it? He's cut the ball back and you just stuck your leg out. You know he wants a foul.
It's a foul as well.
Or the Marcus. What? Has Fred just accidentally done the Anthony spin there?
Played it off well, didn't he?
Yeah.
Can I look old stretch?
I know.
This is what I mean. I said trying to win it like this time. We should just control possession and see if we'll get another opportunity or two, and then use it. I'm not sure what.
Fucking stupid.
Oh, just give it them straight back.
What is happening here?
Whoa.
Every time we get the ball, we're just giving it them straight back.
Go on.
Marcus. Ref, fucking hell, man!
Oh my!
Get him off! At some point, can you just send someone straight off? Has he been booked already? I guess he hasn't. So annoying that's only a booking,
Sometimes I
innit?
think those are like.
You just think like, yeah. That's so annoying. That
He was 2 yellows in that. There's one there. And the next one.
Oh, so annoying. Literally arms on his shoulders to stop him. Good bounce as well, Rashford there.
Such a smart foul,
I know,
dickhead.
I know, it's so annoying, isn't it? Because that is worth so much more than a yellow card to them.
Yeah.
That might even be worth a red card, to be honest. Because Rashford's probably through on goal there if he didn't do that. Free kick to United. That's from a not great area as well. Really deep, just inside their half. It's a great cross though. Oh. See there, if you look, it's actually it was the only possible option that could have gone to was Martinez, or there was 7 Leeds players around him. Varane.
Oh shit! Fucking hell!
Saved by Meslier. Good head of that. Good cross as well from Bruno.
Straight at him, really. Wasn't it?
Yeah.
Corner to United.
I think back across goal, we have a chance there.
Yeah. Or down. But I don't think he can get down, can he? Gone short of the corner again. Back to Bruno. A little clippy. No. Ah!
It's a good idea.
Yeah. 15 minutes to go, probably. 16 minutes.
Yeah, I'd say so. It's gone back a bit, isn't it?
Yeah.
We'll have to do.
Come on.
Oh, I honestly think he's made that look really dramatic, the defender. I think he's always getting that. Do you know what I mean? And he thought, let me look like I've dived for it.
He's done that a lot.
Yeah, he's made it look like it was proper close to getting past him.
We'll actually slow down and then dive for it rather than actually run across it. Come on, Martinez. Sure. No one on there for Sancho in the middle, is there? It's a problem. Too often we get the ball, the winger gets the ball, and there's no pass inside. No pass inside at all. It's just not good, is it?
Oh my God.
His passing is so shit. It's honestly, Fred is probably the worst passer of a ball I've seen as a professional midfielder. I can't think of anyone that's worse at passing than him. That is genuinely woeful, isn't it? Why is he even trying that first time with his right foot? It's like not only is his quality not quite there, he doesn't know it. He doesn't know that he can't make that pass. How do you not know that? You've been living inside that body for 30 years.
Well, last year is coming on.
Yeah.
For who though?
I hope it's
Dallo
not,
maybe.
I hope it's not a defensive sub.
Maybe it might be Dallo. Maybe he's fucked.
Probably
Yeah.
is Dallo. That's
Yeah.
a good shout. Because he probably can't play 90. Even though it's 10 minutes. Do you know what I mean?
Free kick to Leeds. Gone along to the back post. Kept it in. Well done, Marcus. Go on, Jaden. Challenge it.
Look at that.
Fred's made me laughing today. Look at him, he's just running around, slipping
I know.
about as well.
Go on.
Get it.
Nah. Well done, Bruno. Unlucky.
Yeah.
Not much on there. Decent effort.
He's done well there, to be fair.
10 minutes.
Malacia and Lindelof coming on. Who's that for? Was it 20? Yeah, Dallo off for Malacia.
He's 15 for us.
Sabitzer.
Well, he's taking him off for Lindelof.
Yeah.
He's gone Lindelof. We can see Martinez DM, or is he putting Lindelof DM?
I think it would be Lindelof. So it's Lindelof and Fred in
Got
the
a pass
field.
on him, hasn't he? So
He has, but
I'm seeing a Lindelof Fred double pivot.
could be the greatest thing you'll ever see.
Thoughts?
I don't
Initial
know.
thoughts?
I'm frightened.
Yeah. I wonder if you can show for a pass.
Nah, you could probably ball playing wise. Lindelof's all right, but
Yeah, but it's a different game when you've got players 360
yeah,
around you.
yeah. I don't know if he's.
Good start. First touch out for a throw into Leeds. Good stuff.
Shit. Would have rather than seeing like an Iqbal or something.
Still got one more change.
Don't know if I like that sub, unless he scores from a corner or something. But
Shows you how bare we are in midfield, though. The fact we have to play Lindelof there.
Yeah.
fucking hell, trying to waste time for a 2-2.
I think they think they can win this.
They're playing five-a-side in the corner, Dave. They're trying to.
I think they were trying to win a corner.
Trying to waste time. 10 minutes to go. 2-2. No ambition. I reckon now with Lindelof and Fred, we get no ball playing for them. We're gonna have to bypass midfield probably.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
It's so shite.
Yeah. Hold on, Malacia. Come on.
He's on a yellow, isn't he?
Malassi is technically not that great, is he?
done.
Scored the second goal and just been shy after it.
Yeah. Well,
so anticlimactic. It's not a big
like you
team.
said, though, we got 20 minutes. We had 20 minutes.
And used half of it to do nothing.
Yeah, but we only need one.
Went 2-0, thought the job was done. I don't know.
Yeah, we barely touched the ball since, have we? We're not in their half. There we go. Go on. It's a good pass. No, it's not.
It's just sloppy all around.
It's a good pass that from Miners. Sancho. Hold on. Done well to keep the ball there.
Looks like they're doubling up now.
Hold on. Good little. Hit it. Varane switching it.
This is what I'm saying. We've had loads of chances to cross the ball and got a goal from it.
Because Dello was the one crossing him in.
That's what I mean.
Oh, look
Every time we've crossed the ball today, we've had an opportunity and we refuse to do it.
I know. It's a good cross. Did Bruno get a touch on that? I thought they headed it.
No, it was right on his head.
Oh, I should have done better there. Yeah, crossing's been surprisingly successful, hasn't it?
But when he's right, I just don't know why they don't do it more often.
Yeah. Go on. Hold on, Fred. Go on, Bruno.
Shit ball.
He's go to Malacia there.
His options, he could have played it to the right there.
Fucking hell, this amount of slipping today.
I know.
Foul. Is that not a foul?
Surely he's bought a foul there. Well,
I was going to say, I thought he didn't blow for that.
No, he did eventually. He did well there, Malacia.
Isn't that a second yellow?
Surely.
No?
It's got to be close. If he thinks it's a foul.
It's a second yellow.
Surely if
How's
you
he
think
got
that's a
that?
foul, that's surely a yellow card. He's the one who dragged Rashford down, isn't he? It's close to a booking, that, isn't it?
Okay, no.
Come on. Come on. It's good, that.
Run.
Oh my god.
Did anyone get a touch then?
I don't know.
How long's the keeper taking?
About fucking 25 seconds. It's the
It's
stud
a
of their
great
Leeds
touch
player,
by
isn't it?
McKennie though.
Yeah.
Wow, that's probably...
Yeah. Rashford probably gets that in otherwise.
Yeah.
Go on, Luke.
Foul, ref.
Yeah.
I think he took a second too long releasing the ball, got away with that.
We got thrown out of it.
Yeah.
Their
How many
tops and coats look too similar to United's, don't they?
I just want to know how Leeds have still got 2 subs remaining.
I don't know.
That has got to be...
Well, they get 6, don't they, now?
Oh, it's even felt like more than that.
Yeah, it does.
It feels like they've had 5 already.
Yeah. Felt like a pre-season game where they changed everyone at half-time. This is what I hate, Fred on the ball there. And I knew it. I knew it even before he had to fucking lose it. He's honestly woeful on the ball. Like amateur levels on the ball. It's unbelievable how bad he is.
Why is everything...
It's.
Oh, I've not seen a performance like this from a Premier League
This
player
is one of
before.
his worst ever performances.
Yeah.
That's actually a big statement because he's had some stink.
This is dreadful.
Yeah, this is absolutely dreadful. Especially in this situation as well. We're in the 89th minute and we're trying to... He's got a chance here though, Fred. Oh, okay, that got blocked, to be honest. Go on, Victor. Go on, Victor.
Don't foul.
Go on. Oh.
God, that shot as well at the end of that.
Good play by Sancho though.
Really good. Really good from Sancho. And Fred just... It's the P-rollest of fucking shots I've ever seen. Like, it does brilliantly. Looks up, finds a pass. Look at this. Oh. 2 more subs from Leeds. Impossible amount of subs from Leeds. This can't
More
be
than
happening.
half of the players have been subbed.
Quick math.
Nice one. 2/3 of their outfield players have come off. No, 3/5. Yeah. McKennie off.
They had 6 subs.
Yeah.
Doing them one at a time as well.
How many subs
Fuck
do you
me.
have on the bench?
I don't know.
7, don't you? But you're allowed to make 5. Or is it 8 and you're allowed to make 5?
We've 8, I think, or 9. Yeah, they've
And
got
when it
9.
used to just be 5 and then you have 3 subs.
Yeah.
And this COVID happened.
Hurry up, come on. It's got to be at least 4 minutes, hasn't there? There's been
Yeah, I reckon 4 minutes.
Fucking
Sounds
6
right.
subs.
they've had 5 subs in the
Yeah,
second
but
half.
there's not been like that much stoppage like in
No.
the first half when it was 8 minutes.
Yeah, it'll be 4 minutes. won't it?
Oh my god.
Lucky Marcus. Hold on. 5 minutes stoppage time. Come on.
Literally not had a, really had a. Oh, we had one, but I was going to say maybe we got a couple. Spaces the other side.
Come on, Fred.
Pedestrians come too central quite too often.
Yeah, it needs to stay wide.
I've got Paul in.
Oh
He's
my
offside
god.
there,
He's
isn't
offside. Is he not offside?
Don't matter, he didn't get an advantage from it. It took too long to cross it.
Because I was about to say, why has Fred passed it then?
Hold on, Sancho.
Imagine,
It's
imagine if
nothing
he's
though,
fucking
is it?
scored the winner.
It's nothing though, is it? that?
Timid shot that man. That
It's
was never
nothing.
going in.
Unless he doesn't see it. If somehow Meslier doesn't see that, he might go in the bottom corner, but it's too light. 3.5 minutes to go. Keeper. Martinez. Sancho. Ball, that's good past that. He's been good since he came on, Sancho.
Yeah, been brilliant.
Yeah. Good pass that from Martinez. Can't be giving it away like that. Fred just steps in every time, doesn't he? Every single time he steps in. Luckily, he managed to get a little flick on it there. It's a great pass.
Come on, what have you got?
Back to Rashford.
Oh, that was a great pass. That shot by Fred, by the way, was going 20 yards off wide, by the way.
Yeah. I can't believe what we're seeing from him, to be honest.
Look at this volley, if they show a replay, it was going so far wide and he just hooked it. This
Sancho
is a
did
great
so
pass
well.
by Sancho. What's this?
I
Get
can't.
blocked, but
No, it's not even going out.
He's hooked it.
It doesn't have the power to reach the goal line, that shot. I think it would have stopped on the ground without reaching the goal line.
Yeah. Get off him.
2 minutes to go.
Can't see it happening, can you?
No. United have had 23 shots. Look how long they're taking here. Every single second. One more chance. Hopefully not for them. throw-in right in the corner. Was it corner? Yeah, they're just taking as long as possible. We'll be lucky to get the ball back again, won't we? Yeah. I don't have a chance. Foul throw. Don't foul him. Don't foul him. All you've got to do is not foul him. Well done.
He's ran straight into him.
Keeper. Oh no. Go on. Right, come on now. Last chance. I hate Luke Hayden.
Throw-in's not there though. Shaw's took the throw-in 20 yards.
Give him the ball back. Is it their throw-in now? Or are we retaking it?
Retaking it.
What? Come on, one more chance. Sancho, Bruno. Crosses it. Oh, that's unlucky that.
Oh. Good collect.
Good
collect.
That'll be that. Full time, surely. I think we can say full time pretty safely, can't we? Full time, Manchester United 2, Leeds 2. A fucking horrible performance, that. Just awful game, that, wasn't it? Start to finish, horrendous, stressful, inconsistent, bitty crap. Anything else, Ronaldo?
Fucking done well to get a point out of it.
Yeah.
That was an eyesore for a majority of that. I think the only kind of bright spark out of that game was probably Martinez's performance. The last 20 minutes or so from Luke Shaw. Sancho as well was great when he comes on. Outside of that, not that great. And Fred put on one of the less said the better by his performance.
I can't. He has this in his locker, doesn't he? Where alongside Casemiro, it feels like I could play for United alongside Casemiro and look half decent. He the way he makes the players around him play, makes them feel, makes them perform. When he's not there, you see Fred at his absolute worst today, wasn't it?
He was dreadful. I mean, I always try and give him the benefit of the doubt, even though when he has bad performances, but that was diabolical.
Yeah.
Just the amount of passes, he might as well have his eyes closed, but have him just thinking, well, maybe he is there, I'll give it a go. Dreadful. I mean, positives you can take, I mean, for me, was Sancho. Looking at that, you probably think you should have brought him on earlier.
Yeah.
He obviously not seen him properly for a while and, got his goal, but looked positive. But as for a game of football, it was dreadful.
Yeah.
I mean, the amount of times the ball was just headed 6 or 7 times in a row in the air, no one can control it. It was just, I didn't enjoy one bit of that.
No, horrendous. We'll be back in a few minutes for the full review. Hopefully we should be redirecting to that. Is that correct? Yeah, so stay where you are, go and get a drink, go for a wee, and we'll be back to dissect that full game in full detail. Thank you for joining us. Manchester United 2, Leeds 2. One of the most stodgy, just bitty, scrappy pieces of shit I've ever laid my eyes on that. Man United 2, Leeds 2. We'll see you in a bit.